So nice we had to do that shit.
Man, she drinking water.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
Back once again.
Hey.
Get it right. Get it tight. It's Friday night. It's going down. Welcome to the Blackout Podcast. My name's ODM, lighter shade of brown. You already know your daddy's favorite rapper, your mama's favorite DJ.
You ready? What's up? It's your boy Money Moans. It's the sickest fool.
That's all you got, dog?
The sickest fool, a.k.a. the baby mamas love me.
All horny, a.k.a. hashtag all horny. Huh? You gonna get
I'm just kidding, baby.
And over to the right of me, the side of me.
Yo, Crystal Perez, a.k.a. La Blackiana. I'm here too. What's up?
Hey, and if you didn't know, if you look up Creamy Mommy, you might find her there too.
Possibly.
Hey, we can't forget our dog, the Tortonator. He's hitting switches. Daniel's son.
Torta.
Damn. Hey, someone needs to get him a shot.
He needs one for sure, bro. I think we all do, man. Like I said, it's been a long week, guys. You know, we've been holding this down. And, you know, applaud you guys, the team right here, the squad, the Blackout squad for holding us down every single day. And if this is your first podcast, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button. But this is one of many more to come. I invite you to check out the previous season, this season. We don't even call it the season. We just call it the reason, homie.
Hell yeah.
You know, we got, fabulous guests, dope-ass guests come through.
We just dropping episodes, fool.
I know this whole week has been a new season.
New season.
That's right.
You know, and we're just trying shit out. But hopefully you guys, we see a lot of people returning, so we thank you. A lot of familiar faces in the super chat. By the way, this is how we keep the lights on. So if you got a question later on for NB Riders who will be pulling up here shortly, hey, man, it helps with a donation, and keeps the lights on like we always say. But right now it's Feel Good Friday, so let's turn this shit up. Wish we had some music just to vibe to, but being on YouTube, of course, you already know, man, they might demonetize us. So
We need you to make some beats, fool.
some bangers.
You and Danny.
What you got? You got a beat? Oh shit!
Smooth.
That's that Santana. No. Yeah.
You made that?
Nah, that's Santana.
Oh.
You remember that episode we did with Mellow Man Ace, and I did that, name that artist or name that sound? Play the original.
Shit.
It's on the left of it or the right of it.
You want to play that?
Oh no. Yeah.
Perfect track for 4:20 p.m., y'all.
Yeah, that was a sample, and then we played Yeah.
When the hotline bling.
Yeah.
There we go.
Baby, that's what I'm talking about. See?
That's
Little
the vibe.
teaser, dog. Like you're getting your fingers wet right now. Like
All eyes on me.
Check it out. Anyway, it's Friday. Let's go.
Hey, what's up?
Tortonator working the boards back there. Shout out to everybody in the super chat. And let's go around the room really quick since we're getting into the weekend. Crystal, what you got popping?
Yo. So actually tomorrow, Saturday, I'm going to be doing Women in Sports at the Honda Center, so you can get your tickets now. They're going to be honoring a lot of, Olympic medal elite athletes in the game. They got all kinds of special stuff going on, and I'm going to be DJing before and during the game. Also, tonight, Friday night, Rialto, Uptown, Downtown, I'll be DJing from 9 to close.
Is that a club spot out there?
Yeah, it's a club spot. It's dope. It's a bar, it's a hookah lounge,
What
of
are
the
you
above.
spinning?
It's, you know what? This one is fun because I get to spin kind of whatever. So
Yeah.
I'll dip into freestyle, of course, club music.
Yeah.
You can get housey,
I was going to
a lot
say,
of
it sounds like
Spanish.
a hookah lounge more like a kickback, huh? Just like
No, people get down. People, they make their own little
they
dance
actually
floor.
dance?
Oh, yes. Yeah, so, catch a vibe tonight. I don't know. We'll see what bag I get into the most.
Now, is it DJ Creamy Mommy tonight, or is it
It
Crystal
is.
Perez, or who is it?
Tonight is Creamy Mommy. You can check the story. Shout out to Gavin and Lynette, Uptown, Downtown.
Yeah.
For putting me on the flyer. Creamy Mommy, let's go.
Man.
Tonight.
We have to check that out. Is that something you do every week, or is this like your first time, or that spot?
It happens pretty frequently. I wouldn't say every week, but it varies.
Okay.
So you got to keep that eye out,
Yeah, that's right. One more time with the name. What's the name of that spot?
Uptown, Downtown, and Rialto. Let's
I like that
move.
shit.
Is that where you DJ, fool?
Yeah.
Danny Boy too.
Danny Boy, Tortonator's there too.
Yeah, he's on the roster as well.
That's what's up. Looks like a dope spot. Danny showed us some like video and
It
pics of
is,
him.
honestly, it's beautiful.
We might have to do a blackout
It's a-
episode out
It's
there.
a hidden gem out there in the city of Rialto.
Money Moons, what you got
Shit's right
cracking,
there.
dog?
Shit, what am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna hit the casino.
Show.
Yeah,
Which
which
I'm
one?
gonna
one?
hit the casino tonight. I'm be at Morongo.
What's up?
If you're at Morongo, I'll be there. Find me. I'll buy you a beer.
In the high roller
Damn.
area.
Hey, but too limit.
We don't know if we're gonna keep all his money or not. He might lose that shit. What's your game though, bro?
I like roulette, but they don't have it there. Well, they have it there, but it's like the cards. I like the ones that with the wheel, you know?
Okay. It's not like the Vegas style, right?
Yeah, I like Vegas style roulette. And
Yeah.
I like cards, 21.
21. Can
Blackjack.
you do something for me? Do your dance, 21. We got Drake in the news a little bit later, huh?
Check one, two.
Whoa, what else? Did we lose Crystal?
You did.
Oh, there he
you
is.
go. Back once again. It's the Renegade Master.
Yeah, so today I'm
Oh, you doing
basically
full?
just gonna chill. We're gonna do this interview today. I'm gonna go hang out with wifey. It's been a long week, as you guys know, and she's just been like, patiently waiting for her man to come home and spend some quality time. You know, when you marry, that's the shit you gotta do, man. You gotta keep your wife happy, bro.
Hey, hey, Odie, I'm busting out the melatonin at night, fool, huh?
Shout out to the wifey sacrificing the
Dang.
Blackout Boys, this whole week.
Yeah, man.
Holding it down,
she's
huh?
been riding, yeah, for sure. My wife's a rider. Real quick, I want to just mention her because she's also been going hard on her crafting, man. And she's got her website. It's called designsbyness.com. And right now she's got this special she just kicked off today. If you're into, DTFs is what it's called. Not like that, grab it on. It's a special way of printing on shirts. I'm learning the whole shit. I know screen printing. There's different types, but she's selling these DTFs. Anything you want, anything on a shirt, literally anything. You can put them on cups, koozies, whatever. Go check her out, designsbyness.com, because, yeah, man, she's doing the damn thing.
Custom.
Gotta support your hyena. Gotta support your hyena all the time. Yeah, but other than that, tomorrow I think it's my little my niece's birthday. Shout outs to Delilah. She's gonna be 7 years old. Her and my son are 2 weeks apart.
Nice.
So then we got Elijah, my son, in 2 weeks. Yeah, he'll be. They're both 7, man. It's crazy. Just how time flies with the little ones.
Hell yeah.
Lucky
dude.
number.
I mean,
Remember when Elijah was a little baby, dude?
Remember that shit? He used to tour
he
with
was
us.
small, bro. He was
Yeah.
really small.
And he was in the summertime video, dude, in the lighter shade of brown onesie.
Bro, that's basically how
The lighter shade of brown onesie.
Dude, it's crazy. Just
that's
watching him
basically
grow
how
up.
Josiah is gonna be too. Like when he starts getting older, like fuck, dude.
Telling
He's
you,
already
bro.
long as it is right now. So
Once he learns how to, once he crawls, but once he learns how to walk, bro, forget about it. He gonna be chasing his ass. You gonna lose weight, dog.
oh yeah, I already
You gonna
know.
lose weight.
I'm already knowing. Shit, he's right now on the walker, and then like just
Yeah.
I'm like right behind him. So
How old is he now?
he's 8 months. He's gonna be 9 months in next Thursday,
Okay.
February
Damn.
2nd. So
What are you guys doing? Anything? Just
I think
well,
probably
no, it's
just
not
a
his
little,
birthday, it's
Nah,
just
just a little some, But
yeah.
I think we're gonna wait for his actual birthday. We're gonna celebrate it April 29th, and then we're gonna do his baptism and his birthday together.
Damn, man. Blackout baptism. Let's go.
Oh, we're gonna go
be on
live
the
from the
lookout for that.
baptism?
Shit,
Double
fuck it, I'm
whammy.
down. More content, It's gonna. Mariana's trying to look for like a barn because it's gonna be Toy Story themed. So
Right.
she's trying to go basically within that little theme of having a barn and.
Oh, yeah. Blackout
that.
Barney
So-
baptism. Let's go. We added more bees to it.
She's like, I don't care if it's his first birthday, second birthday, third birthday, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go all out every birthday, which I understand.
As
I mean,
get it. Well, they say the one, what is it though? The first birthday, big 5, you go
Right.
big. But some parents just like to overdo it, man.
they go all out, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame them. It's their kid. It's their
Yeah.
first kid. It's our first kid. So
But let's face it, bro. The first birthdays, couple are for the adults, bro. Come on. Especially
exactly
depending on
what
how much alcohol you have
that's
there.
exactly what I told her. I was like, this is just an excuse for all of us to get together and drink and get faded.
You know
A
what I'm
great
saying?
excuse.
Hell yeah.
A great excuse,
You
right?
know, at the end of the day, just happy wife, happy life. I'm not married, but you know the saying.
Absolutely.
So
Oh,
Celebrating
you'll get there.
life.
going with the flow.
Yeah,
But
man. And little Papa's so handsome, bro. Like,
Just got his first haircut
oh my-
yesterday.
Did he? How'd it go?
Dude, he was cool. He didn't cry, but he was moving around and throwing his little
Tantrum?
Yeah, but I thought he was gonna be crying like most little kids cry when they get their first haircut. But he was chill. My
That's
baby was a
good.
chill
You
baby.
give him a fade or what?
Basically she just gave him like a little fade. She didn't blend it. She just kind of just buzzed the sides, and that was basically it.
Like the Edgar haircut?
A little bit better. He kind of looks like he looks like me in the Spider-Man picture with the haircut.
Damn, he looked at you. What? He getting the Spider-Man dude?
He's a sex symbol.
It's cool because you can see his front, the bangs, his little bangs. It's
Yeah.
like this, and it's combed to the side.
Little comb over.
He's all cute right now.
Hey man, enjoy while you got it, man. While they're young, that's what's going on. But that's it, man. Then Sunday football. Shout outs to Oh, I didn't. Did I tell you we got invited to the dude Highland from Indulge Entertainment, the dude with the party bus from the Jimmy Reyes bash. He invited us to his crib to go watch football this Sunday at 12 o'clock. So we were thinking about doing it, me and Vanessa, and I don't know. I was gonna see if y'all want to come through with Jimmy Reyes and just shoot the shit, but. I know you guys see the look in your eyes. Cowboys aren't in it no more, so I understand you don't want to watch football.
I brought it up to Madi, so I mean, right now she's kind of, because I haven't been home all week, so she's kind of been giving me the silent treatment. But
no, I get it.
I mean, we're working out here. Shit, but
well, bring her along. I mean, if you can get you have a baby. He's not like he's gonna run off. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she'll get over it. But I know she's a little upset right now.
Well, you just went to Mexico today. In fact, by the way, Danny just did a turnaround trip to Mexico today.
By the way, he forgot the beer.
He didn't bring no pisto.
Nah, it's 'cause it was just we were in a rush, and
I get it.
Yeah,
that's all good.
Sometimes, and I was just sleeping, and
Who drove?
She did.
You made your wife drive? Our girl drive?
She knows the route.
That's a good one. I would have came with that one too. Nah, I'll make Vanessa drive all the time.
She just knows the route. And instead of me, hey babe, where do I go? Where do I turn left? She'll tell me to turn left, and I already passed it. So I'd rather have her drive comfortably, knowing where we're going, and then
right.
So
no, I get it. My wife just loves it. She gets sick. She gets nauseous when she's in the car sick in the passenger. So she go, just let me drive. I'm like, shit, 4 hours of Laughlin? Go for it. All day.
That's not bad though. 4 hours is not bad.
Dick, you're talking to somebody who rents Teslas. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to drive. I let Tesla drive. Like, NB Riders in the building today on this Feel Good Friday. They'll be joining us in just a few. Actually, might be pulling up here just a little bit. I know they were on their way back from LA. Yeah. Shout out to Big Monster Moms. We're gonna go check for them. But let's get into some gossip, man.
Some cheese, man.
What's going on? What we got, Crystal?
Some gossip. Here we go. So Drake, he's been in the headlines. I know he just got done with that Apollo show.
Yeah.
Just the other day, sometime this week.
Oh, right. That's right. With the dude fell from the balcony.
Yeah.
Why is that first thing I go to? You know, that's what everybody remembers, right?
Yeah. Basically.
That just happened, and then his home just recently got burglarized this past Thursday. So maybe while he was out there,
it was the dude that fell from the balcony. He was pissed off.
He came to get something back. Yeah. So Thursdays, I guess somebody got onto the premises and they were walking away from his, house with shit in his hand. So that's what kind of alerted authorities. But they didn't recover like what he actually took. They haven't put that out there.
Yeah, that don't matter. But the point is, the motherfucker broke in his shit and took what wasn't his. Which house was it? Which estate was it? What part of the country?
$75 million estate right here in, I want to say LA.
Yeah,
probably.
probably.
I figured that fool would have like some high tech security and shit, like motion sensors.
Hey, the way nowadays, bro, the way people can hack shit. I mean,
yeah, true. We can turn that shit off with a computer, huh?
Dude, I know what that's like to see a motherfucker coming down the street, man. I remember when we moved into our neighborhood, my neighbors came over and said, hey, Robert, can you check your camera? I said, why? He goes, because the neighbor across from us over down the street, his truck got broken into, and what they did was they broke into the truck and they stole whatever was in the truck, and he left his garage door opener right here on the visor. Well, guess where he went next? Into the garage at 2:00 in the morning. Tell me this shit ain't brazen. Like, while they were asleep, open his garage with the garage door opener. Next thing I know, he goes, just check this shit, because he's missing this compressor. He's missing all this. I'm like, shit. So I look at my cameras. This fool is on a skateboard coming down my street holding a compressor like this and some other shit like this, skateboarding.
Damn.
No shame.
And he gets to the end of the street. He stops. He looks, and here comes his other homie running like this. So I know what that's like.
God damn.
That shit just, it is what it is. It happens anywhere.
It happens. Got to watch out. Even like people in gated communities. Because remember the bling ring that happened like in the 2000s?
Yeah.
With Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan. Like all those chicks, were in gated areas. But
yeah.
I don't know. I'm wondering how homeboy got onto Drake's premises.
Just by inside job. Dang.
They always say it's an inside job, man.
Well, they did apprehend him. So, he didn't get far.
Yeah.
From Drake's house.
Let's see here. I just got a text. They say NB Riders is lost. Hang on. Let me see. My boy's outside. Hold on.
Uh-oh. This just in.
Okay. So there you go. What else? What else we got, man?
So switching gears, still talking about the Apollo though. Shout out to the East Coast for bringing folks together, artists together. Lil Kim had a set at the Apollo Theater yesterday in New York, and she shared her shine, man. She was there to host, actually. What's the name of that? Harlem Festival of Culture.
Okay.
So she headlined that, and she has a single out with Lola Brooke, who's also from a fellow Brooklynite. I guess they got a hot track. She shared her shine with homegirl, who's of the younger generation, and she brought up like hella hip hop heads for the rest of her set. And
Who?
Come
on, man.
Name dropping.
So she brought up Ashanti, Remy Ma, Havoc, Cisco, Lil Cease, Fat Joe, and Papoose. All in New York, all at the Apollo.
Look at that, man. Did they all perform? They were just chilling, like support. Or?
No, yeah, they were performing with her. I saw her with Fat Joe, Remy Ma.
See, man, those were the days, man. Early 2000s when that shit was banging. You know, Diddy had that shit on lock. Mace, all them fools, man. Capone and Noriega. Like, I ain't gonna front. Like, that's when I just got in radio and all those, you know, those cuts were coming out, man. And even the 90s, like, let me go back further. Excuse me. Like Lil Kim, they had that whole Biggie movement right there.
Exactly. Junior Mafia, all that. But that's what's up, man. She's bringing up, you know, people with her. She's sharing her spotlight, which, shit, man, you don't hear that in the news too much anymore.
Hell yeah.
You don't.
Hey, you think they do it on the strength, or they just do like, hey, show me this and I'll pull up? Like out of love or what? All those artists?
Probably.
Out of love, huh? Because that'd be a lot of
Probably.
bread to bring them all out.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean,
At the end of the day, Lil Kim probably getting paid.
a lot of those cats don't even need the bread, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's
Exactly.
just all the love. Plus, I'm gonna be on TV. Not that.
At the Apollo.
At the Apollo. So when she was performing, the whole crowd, she had the crowd, dude. Like, they weren't just singing the hooks; they were singing the whole verse, like everything that. Like, I have a clip, but you could hear the crowd like singing her whole verse.
Play that shit. Play it through the microphone.
Here we go.
Shit, we do a ghetto up in here.
See.
You know what I mean? But if you drop us a donation and we can get ourselves a producer on the side of what we can have that shit ready.
So I'm pulling it up, but you can hear the call and response. I want to get your opinion on this.
That shit hard, fool.
Yeah.
Biggie go off on that shit.
Damn.
Get money.
Fuck. Get money.
money.
Fuck bitches.
Get money.
Right?
Is that where the original started? Like, fuck bitches, get money. Like, did they start that shit or what? You think?
Probably, if you think about it. But they're giving her props for her catalogs. They're like, who the fuck else can go out there and do that? Have people sing the whole verse.
I mean, Lil Kim, dude, like, killed it. Like, who else before? I mean, obviously, I grew up in the 80s, so, you know, Roxanne Shante, like, she was the queen. You had some, what's her name? MC Lady, was it Lady T? No, I'm thinking fucking Tina Marie. There was another, a couple other female, Salt and Pepper. They was the first to do it. Man, a lot of ladies doing it in the game. JJ Fad right here.
Fad.
IE represents.
Shouts out.
And they got their own street sign in Rialto, damn it. So go peep that out. And then one last story I want to touch upon before we bring on NB Riders is Beyonce. Did you hear they unveiled a wax figure in Berlin?
A new one.
Damn.
And I'm thinking, shit, meeting Beyonce, I mean, I'd be cool with a cardboard cutout, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, this is they have one in Vegas, but I think let's go ahead and bring it up. There it is right there. It's already been up. And yeah, look at that. You think that looks like her?
So what they're saying is the ones in the past, like the one in Vegas, were bootsy. Like, it didn't even look like her. People were outraged. But this one, I guess people are feeling it. So
they posted on the in Dubai. This is Berlin. They said surprise yesterday in Dubai, today in Berlin. Oh shit! So they got a couple of them out there. This was in Berlin. Queen Bee comes to Madame Tussauds Berlin just in time for the start of the winter holidays. Damn, it's already winter out there. And so, what are your thoughts on wax figures in general? You think they're creepy and shit?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I've been
Cool.
to the wax museum.
I've never
It was
been
fun.
there.
I've never been to.
I've
That's
never been
old
either.
school.
It was fun. It was
Yeah.
the one in Vegas?
The one, it was actually in Texas.
Oh, I've never been. I've seen the movie. Have you seen that movie where they make wax figures out of people?
House of Wax.
Was it House of Wax?
The one with Paris Hilton? Maybe
Oh,
not.
yeah.
That was a
That
horror
one.
film. Yep.
Yeah, it's a horror movie.
No shit. If
Yeah.
you could have a wax figure in your pad, who would it be? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shit. It's a J-Lo fool.
Horny, this fool. Shit. Can you make that wax just a little bit thicker on her ass? I want that shit, you know what I'm saying? To last, man.
Sick.
We got NB Ridaz in the building, man. Coming up just a few. Matter of fact, we're going to be performing with them. Actually, we got a clip of that. So we're going to run that right now. We're going to come back in just a few, man. Shout out to everybody. Feel Good Friday. Blackout Boys.
Shouts out.
There it is. We weren't lying, man. Come on, bro. Sometimes, you know, you got to be on time, and then there's Mexican time. You know what I'm saying? I do it all the time. Shit. We were late 20 minutes before we started this whole podcast thing, you know. But anyways, man, welcome to Feel Good Friday. Back to the Blackout. That short segment right there, you saw some flyers. That's where we're going to be performing. Lowrider Magazine is putting together Sanction, man, in Long Beach.
March 4th.
That's what's going down, yeah.
Yeah, March 4th is going down. NB RIDAZ, Light Shade of Brown, and more. I think Brown Boy's on there.
Brown Boy for
yeah,
sure.
Many more.
It's going to be a turn up. And we got the boys here. Finally, man, in the building. Welcome to the Inland Empire. They got a show tonight. NB Ridaz, Dose, Zigzag. What up, homie?
What it do? What it do?
I feel like it's been, what? When was the last time we ran? Was it Phoenix? I think we was in Phoenix when we ran into you at that club, right?
Yes.
Which club was that, man?
Hey, what was it called? Then he probably knows, like Jay's or something, huh?
Desert Rose.
Oh, Desert Rose?
Desert Rose?
Yeah.
That's what
it was called the Horny Toad, but they changed it to the
Horny Toad. Oh, Moons would have liked that, and Danny.
No,
Shit.
hey, we were at the Horny Toad, fool.
Which one was that?
That's where we performed at.
Hey, fool, my wife might be.
Oh.
It's a burger spot, babe. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they got some good burgers.
Yo, extra cheese.
Extra quesito.
Shit, dude, we got to come back. That place was lit, though, man. I mean, the owner, shout out to the owner. He had us like filled up. Our Cubs had a little section, whatever. And
it was that Minchilada festival. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Minchilada. Yeah.
Dope. Well, you guys been working, man. I've been seeing. You know, I went to your Instagram, and I just flyer after flyer after flyer. It's got to feel good. It's like this NB Ridaz surge right now. Fucking shows, man.
It's a blessing, brother. It's been a blessing.
Yeah.
Just to be here with you, brother. You know, you're one of my people I looked up to too, brother. You know,
thank you, brother.
Started too, so
thank you.
So just to be here, to me, it's a blessing.
I'm gonna ask you to just tilt that just a little bit. No disrespect. Yeah, I want to hear that beautiful voice, man.
He's like, hey, how you doing?
No, man, but you know, it's the truth. I mean, obviously we have history, and we're gonna get into all of that because, you know, you've done podcasts, and I've seen them, but this isn't a podcast. This is a conversation, which would be amongst brothers.
Yes,
and that I mean that genuinely. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys grew up in the same, you know, era as I did, and of course, you know, late DWTX, rest in peace,
Bobby.
And you know, I just want to share some stories. And Moons, obviously, he's been with us for a minute now.
Hell yeah, dude, got some dope stories with you guys, bro. Ever since like I brought him with the homie here, you know, when we were on tour, bro, it's nothing but good times, bro. Just memories, you know.
Yeah, we got to stick together on the road, man. That's how it is. That's what I've always found. That camaraderie, you know what I mean? That brothership. We all take care of each other. We all look out after each other, man. So it's a dope feeling. Having, especially our heroes, man. You know, we grew up to you, brother. We grew up to, and to be on the road and be on your podcast, bro. It is a blessing. Thank you.
Appreciate it. So let's shoot the shit now. Let's talk about. I know Dose, you're a Cowboy fan, man. I mean, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you got two of them right here.
I'm a Cowboys fan too, bro.
We could do some shots.
Damn.
Post loss, you know. It's Friday.
Hey, haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
I mean,
it's all good. It's all good.
Man, we should have won that
I was
game.
tired, but you know, at least I seen my team win 3 Super Bowls. So.
there we go. There you go. See,
There you go.
now you sound like fucking Danny pulling up that old shit, man. When was the last time the Rams won the motherfucker? I said we're defending until next month. Okay. So I'm like,
I think they won it in Tecmo Bowl.
yeah.
All right, Cardinals.
Hey. Oh yeah, Cardinals fan over here, dog. God, man, you guys were kicking ass. What was it last year? Like, where you guys went like a straight record, right? Like, I don't know, 10-0 or
It was
something.
like 11-0.
They kicked their own ass. And
then
then
just
happened.
fell
Yeah.
off. I don't know what the hell happened.
Dude, that shit. But
I think the quarterback started playing fucking, what was it, Call of Duty?
Call of Duty.
Oh, I seen that shit. That he stays up late and can't.
Cancel practice, bro.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Can't practice and be doing that.
That was a thing. That's what legit. He was.
It was legit.
He was staying up late and he wasn't sleeping because he was playing fucking video games.
Hey, that reminds me of one year, bro. I saw Shaq at a club. We was in Utah, man, and he was at a club. I was pissed. I was a diehard Laker fan, bro, and you know the whole scandal, the rivalry between them and the Jazz, bro. And this fool was up in the. I go, man, y'all got a game tomorrow. What you doing up in the club, dog? Like, but I mean, what are you gonna tell Shaq? Like, Shaq is. You know, he puts up at least fucking 30 a game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, he's you know, I'm over here just partying. You know,
it was back in those days, dog, when they had sidekicks, and like I just saw
snaps.
him on his phone, and I was looking up at him, like, and then he was like leaning on the wall, and you know, he had a couple baddies around him. I was like, whatever, man, get yours. I get it. There's business, and then there's you know,
Yeah.
you know, pleasure.
good times.
We've all been there, right? Tour lives and stuff, man.
Yeah.
Man, talk about that. You guys fucking had all the hyenas, man. Or probably still do because of the songs you guys put out.
All shapes, sizes, and colors.
Man, bro.
Yeah.
Feas and
The feitas, gorditas, flaquitas, and
bonitas.
And you know we have a guy in here, and his name is Tortanator.
That's
Where'd he go?
Right here.
Danny, el Tortanator right there. What's up, homie?
Dang,
That's
dog.
the Tortanator.
With
Like a
extra
shark's
cheese.
extra cheese.
Just kidding.
Nah, we love Danny. What you digging for over there, bro?
Tortas.
Torta.
Digging in the torta.
Dang,
So
Daniel.
it's Feel Good Friday, man. And
That's what's up.
so who you playing with tonight? Just real quick.
I think we playing with a local cat named Hypnotic. I think he's out of San Diego.
Oh, what's up,
artist.
Hypnotic? Yeah. He's IE. Yeah. We gotta get you on, bro. Holla at us, man.
Dope homie. I'm not sure who else.
Y'all headlining though, of course,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
That's what's up. First time performing in Pomona.
I think so.
I think so, bro.
Yeah.
Pomona,
So,
yeah.
brother, I don't even.
You don't remember?
Shit, they don't even remember they done so many damn shows, huh?
Yeah, we just show up.
Yeah. What I've seen, obviously we've seen your show, man. Your shit's so lit, bro. Like, it you know, it's electrifying. I mean, obviously the duo. I got a duo even before Moons. Me and Bobby, you know, we just lit that shit up.
Yeah.
What's your take, man? I know the crowd, the super chat and the audience, they want to hear. They want to hear about NB RIDAZ, but I also want to hear some of the stories because there was a point where DWTX and I, we kind of just did this, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I fell into radio, you know what I'm saying? And he continued touring. I know you guys got stories, man. I mean, rest in peace. We don't get enough, you know what I mean? With NB RIDAZ or Zigzag and off, you know, off the cuff, bro. I mean, just shoot it. Keep it 100, you know?
Honestly, man, the road is it's a monster, man. You gotta be mentally, physically, and in a sense spiritually ready, bro. Because I mean, there's so many things that come at you. But I mean, the most memorable times are just with my brothers.
Yeah.
You know, being in places that they said that we would never be. You know, Honolulu, New York, in Florida,
Right.
so many different places. The one thing that does stick out to me, you know, you talking about DWTX?
Yeah,
talking about-
DWTX. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when I was doing my radio thing, I know he was touring. I know he did show with you guys.
Oh,
I know Zig was mostly with them, man, because I was.
Yeah,
I
that
stepped
was
to the side
my
for a
brother,
minute,
man.
too.
honestly, he had two sides of him, man. And the one side, that people knew he was struggling with, that was the side that, we didn't like to see with Bobby. But at the end of the day, that's who he was. And then there was that side of him that just was genuine. He had this humbleness about him. And I just remember having conversations with him being on the road. And the one thing that he used to always tell me was, man, I got one for you.
Okay. I
remember telling him how much of a hero he was to me. I was like, man, dog, I used to write your words, bro. I used to write you in O's words. And
you didn't write mine. Stop lying. Go ahead. You wrote his.
No, I wrote both y'all's. And on Sunday afternoon, and then just put my, my people in the whole nine.
Right.
And the first thing he says, Zig, you can't do me, dog. I'm a savage. I'm a monster. I'm like, I can't do you.
That's D right there, bro. And that's what I'm talking about, bro. It's those stories. Now, I know that's 100 because he just had that swag. Like, Sunday afternoon just came out yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking 10, 15 years later.
Yeah, man.
But think about Bobby, though, DWTX, man. He always kept a smile on your face, man, no matter what. And you couldn't get in the bagging section with him because he was just so, quick with it, man. He was funny. And he was just witty and all the above, bro.
Oh yeah, man. One thing. If he didn't clown on you, he didn't like you. That's what I noticed about Bobby.
He'd be quiet.
Yeah, he'd be real quiet. Just wouldn't say no. Hey, how you doing? That's about it.
Right.
But if he had something to say to you, boy, he had something to say. I remember one time we was at a strip club, and Bobby pulls the dollar out of the girl's. He didn't put it in. He pulled it out.
Okay, was this a car show?
No, this is in New Mexico.
Okay.
And literally, she looked right behind him because he was right behind her. He pulls the dollar out. She says, "Oh, okay." She looks back and she just says, "Bam!" She just bucked him. The homie flew.
With her ass?
Yes.
With her ass?
He flew about 25 feet, homie.
You got to remember, Bobby only weighed like 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was this small.
And that's with clothes on.
And this was before the BBL. Did she have a big ass, though? You remember?
Super big.
She had to have, right?
Oh, but it was funny, bro. She just bucked him, just bam. And he said, ah.
And you know what? The dollar bill thing, we were doing that since day one, since TJ Nights, bro. We would go, because, we do a lot of lowrider shows. And then, the bikini contest, everybody would stick around for that, including myself. Shit, I used to bring VHS cameras under my fucking shoulder just to film the shit. And
camera on my shoe.
Like, hey, ODM, you want to judge? Like, nah, I'm cool. But it was
I'm just here for the footage.
I'm just here for the behind the
scenes.
But like I know it's one thing to have my brother on. That's the one thing. Like, I know when you guys were on the road and you guys were doing it tough,
right?
You guys had that brothership, and I think that's how it is with me and Dos. We've been through ups and our downs. We've been through members and ex-members,
right?
But at the end of the day, me and my boy, we stuck together. We've been together since high school.
I was going to say, that's the difference between you and Dos and myself and DWTX. We were put together.
Yeah.
You guys, in a sense, grew up in the same neighborhood, just different high schools.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is a difference.
Yeah,
but maybe there isn't. I don't know. Like, we were both from, Riverside. I was going to school in here, Los Sierra, but he went on the west side. So that's another, 15 minutes out. But no, I hear what you're saying. And either you click or don't.
And I'll be honest, it's like we're night and day. I'm a night person, so I'm up at night. I'm 2-3 o'clock in the morning working in the studio. My brother's getting his rest on. But at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, he's up doing his routine when I'm sleeping. So I think sometimes the difference works too. You know what I mean? The yin and the yang.
Yeah, like counterbalances each other, huh?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, he definitely. I mean, no matter what happened outside of the studio or off stage when we were home, bro, when we were on stage and in the studio, it was just the chemistry was there. You guys know. I mean, working with each other, you know how to catch each other's breaths on stage, and you already know, us being, a little heavier, bro, and our time, like, it's hard, bro. Like, you come out that fucking stage sweating, and it's like, man, it's 40 degrees outside. Why you sweating? Don't worry about it, man. As long as we throw on a kick-ass show, that's all that matters.
Sweating that tequila.
You just say it's the lights, fool. The lights are hot when they're hitting you, dog.
Tell me, it's hard out here for a player.
It's hot.
Sweating that tequila. What do you guys have in your green room, man? What do you guys ask? Do you guys send a writer out?
You know, we're really, you know what, bro? We're simple, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy just asked for weed.
Yeah. Well,
Sure.
I'm just kidding.
Hell yeah.
If I can get it.
Ain't no
shout out
wonder.
to all the dispensaries, Dr. Green Thumb.
Damn, no wonder where they got sunglasses on.
We just give me some water and let's go on stage.
That's it.
I used to like the sandwich plates, bro. I'm not gonna lie. With the little, you can make your little sandwiches, little fruit plates. I like
Sure,
that.
sure,
I
yeah.
don't think we're never the ones that be asking for all this stuff. Like,
I want green M&Ms.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what?
Just all
That was
green.
bringing up stuff from dispensaries.
Come on, brother.
and all that.
Come on, brother.
From dispensaries and all that. That was bringing us stuff. So
We don't have headphones for my man?
that's why I can't. You know.
Oh, shit.
I'll take one.
No. Hey, you're my guest, bro.
No. You're good. You're good. We're good. We're good. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I can hear him.
Okay. I'll just tell you.
I can hear you. Don't worry about it.
Hey, my headphones, your headphones. Vato, look at.
That's like my money.
I'll share like on the plane. Go ahead, bro. What were we saying? Those? What the? No. He good. He good. We'll just keep telling him to move up.
I got. Don't worry about it.
No, you were talking about the green room, though.
Yeah.
No. We're simple. You know what I'm saying? We don't ask for nothing. We just piss before we go on stage and we're good. Let's go.
Yeah. Have our money before we go on stage.
Have the money in the room.
Yes.
That's it. I'm just here for the money, man.
We're simple,
please my
man.
fans.
We're simple. I don't think we ever
Oh,
been like
man,
that.
the
Like
fans.
have a writers or anything like that.
Yes, the
Where they gotta be
fans.
bringing us stuff, but as long as we're there and we do a good job and everybody's happy at the end, that's all that matters.
You know what though? We've had a lot of fans that want to feed us too. Like
Yeah,
we've had
we get a lot of
taco-
Yeah. After the show, huh?
Yeah.
before and after.
Before and after.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope too. That's something I like.
A lot of
The
people
food,
that got
hell
like
yeah.
taco companies and stuff like that, like Hippos Tacos,
Shout out.
Talking Tacos, all kinds
Shout
of
out.
different companies.
Damn, y'all know all the spots, huh, out there, man.
Shit.
Don't play.
King Taco,
Shout out.
You know, I
That's
will.
Danny's spot.
King Taco?
Hell yeah.
They got a King Taco in Arizona?
not yet.
Okay.
They do need that.
That's your spot when you come out here, though?
Oh yeah, I like it.
No, that's what's up. They got one in IE right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, in Pomona, where you gonna be at?
That must-
I saw Benny.
Just don't invite me to In-N-Out, man.
Benihana.
I'm like so In-N-Out burned out already.
In-N-Out burned out?
Damn.
In-N-Out or Whataburger? Which do you like?
Whataburger,
I'll take
Whataburger.
Over In-N-Out?
Nah, no way.
Yeah, but you know
too?
what? I'm from Texas.
Oh, that's right. El Paso,
Yeah,
right?
I'm from El
That's
Paso,
why.
so-
Shout out to my grandpa, man. Same place. Yep.
Oh, there's like Whataburger's like McDonald's over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's one in every freaking corner.
Corner, yeah. You guys be battling like, and people are serious about their
Serious about
Whataburgers.
it.
Texas people
They
don't
got-
fuck with
they got a
Texas.
two-floor,
Yeah.
Corpus, they got a 2-floor Whataburger too. It's
Yeah.
like crazy.
Oh, that's the first one.
That's the
why.
first one ever built. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Whataburger fans stay talking shit on In-N-Out.
yeah.
I
Big
tell
old
you
burgers.
that
Big old
one.
burgers.
Yeah, it's true.
I personally didn't like it, but we went a couple times last summer, and
Yeah.
he ended up like
The first
really
time I
liking
went, that shit was hella dry, bro. Like there was nothing on it. It's just a
damn.
cheese, and I'm like, what the hell? So our driver that picked us from the airport the second time, she's like, oh, you guys want Whataburger? I'm like, last time I tried it, that shit was boo boo.
Oh, damn.
so freaking the second time she brought it back, that shit was bomb. I liked it.
Yeah,
But the first time,
it. She put her own spread on it.
she put her love
Secret
potion.
sauce.
She put her on it.
What you want, Moon? What do you think about that guy, man? That just lets you know where we at today, huh?
Yeah, I don't comment, man. I don't know how these.
I
guys do
mean,
it.
you better give
I don't know.
credit, a percentage to Food's Gone Wild or something for that, because that's the first time I
how
heard
do you
like
wake up and do that? You know.
You know, I think what's happening right now is, and it's kind of sad. I'll be honest. I think the real Chicano rappers, the real Latin hip hop artists, are being pushed to the side, and it's kind of like a gimmick. I mean, don't get me wrong. If the song's doing good,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is.
Now, when
But
you say real, what do you mean by real? Like talented?
I guess it's
Not saying
talent.
he's not talented, but
just substance.
got it.
Got to have
Perfect.
that substance,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
something that makes you listen to it and say, "Oh, you know what? Yeah." But then again, that is part of our culture, you know, because I've had Theos that talk like that. You know, hey, dog, I
dang.
remember when I was and I
Right,
had my,
right.
you know, But at the end of the day, it's like, why not give us a little more than just that?
Right.
As you know, the hip hop.
Well, he's
community, I
definitely
guess.
going to have to back up that single, whatever he comes out with next. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you going to part 2 or?
You know what's funny? I think I heard his second single because I watched some meme or some interview or something like that. He was in the background. They were playing some music,
Yeah.
and he was singing along to it. It sounded like a new single. So I mean, it almost
Was
had
he
the
doing
same-
the
Yeah,
all of that?
yeah.
Hey, man, get your 15 minutes of fame, man. That's what I said. Hey, shout out to Anthony Brito, man. on the super chat on that donation. Appreciate that, bro. Says, what's up, NB RIDAZ? Seen you recently did a show with Sarah. Any plans? Sarah S. Any plans or possibility of future collab?
Is it Sarah La Morena?
It just says
Just
Sarah
Sarah
S.
S.
I don't.
You know, we're always open up to doing collabs. I mean, we're the type of people that love to do music. But right now we're in album mode.
We're waiting for that one cat. What's that? ODM?
Yeah.
For a new album.
Yeah, for our new album.
Saw that Vatos.
You know, we got the new NB RIDAZ albums
We got the
coming
new
out
NB
very
RIDAZ album
soon.
coming out soon.
Let's go.
We're almost finished.
We got to do something, brother.
We're waiting for it. It's dope. We're
Let's
happy
go.
with it, you know?
I shook hands on every guest that I've had, old and new, and those that we agree we shook hands on camera, and we're gonna do a song. Like Little One was here a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I just got to get down to San Diego to go do it. But yeah, we're doing a song, and we had a new Lighter Shade of Brown project too working too,
Nice.
man. In 6
Nice.
years,
Yeah,
we
excited.
the name's got to go on. The
Yes.
name's there, bro. The
Yes.
fans want it,
Yes.
Shit, if Zap can still tour fucking 50 years later after Roger, you know what I'm saying? Like
definitely.
they just want to feel, that I was having a conversation with Jeff Garcia, the comedian, right, the
Yes.
other day, and he goes, "Oh, why isn't your shit out, bro?" I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, bro, there's such a demand for 90s cats our age that grew up, and I know you guys can attest to this. They want to hear the sound from back then. They want to talk. Don't try to, obviously not trying to trend in with the, the youngsters and do all that, but talk about what y'all doing now, man. It's like."
No, but you know what? even like real
how
talk,
the
man.
youngsters are doing it and how y'all used to do it. It's like, yeah, you're right. Like,
But I still feel like now we put on. I think their shows are different. You know what I'm saying? And like I was saying, not because we're here, but like you and Bobby, like, man, I used to pay just to watch you guys on the box.
the
in the day, you know
box.
What's that?
I used to pay
Shout
money
out.
just to
TV?
watch you guys, and
kinda
just
like-
to hurry up and come home.
It was like MTV, but you had to pay for it. Like if you
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to watch
pay for it.
somebody's
Just
video, you
watch
paid
them.
for their video.
Right.
Oh shoot.
So you would call up on your landline, dial, and then you would just
we weren't
order
even,
that shit.
we weren't even. We're really.
What is
when
landline?
we came out, we're like, oh man, I gotta be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. Dope. And when I get home,
Yeah.
first thing, Mom, cabrón,
Right.
spend
And
all your money on that, and
exactly, all your mom's money. Because
Yeah.
if you didn't,
Yeah,
if
'cause
she
of my
didn't know
mom's.
she didn't know no better. I used to go to girls' pads, like I would just flirt with them, whatever. Just go to their pad and just have them fucking call up and request our video.
Hello.
Chill, and then they get the bill at the end of the month. Like, wow, I can't go. Why? I can't go because my mom said I ran up her fucking phone bill ordering your video on the box. All right, Dan, I'll see you at the next show. Like,
and always, I don't know if you heard this, but we even last year before we started taking off again, I told Zig, you know what? I think it means a lot to me, so we could do something for the people. All the MCs are out there and the groups that we grew up to. We got to give them their flowers, and I think we need to let people know that we need more of them and to stay out it's like us, like you guys, stay out there. So what we did is we did like a
medley.
a medley of Frost, you guys, Into Deep, Cypress Hill, and
Mellow Man. Yeah, all the
And it
forefathers.
was-
That's what we call
So
it.
yeah, that's what we call it. We give flowers to everybody. We do everybody's track, at least a verse,
yeah.
and they loved it. It
Yeah,
was
we
dope.
did
You mean the real Mount Rushmore of Latinos in rap? I didn't say Chicano rap.
Yeah.
I said Chicanos in rap.
To me, you guys were the ones. That's me.
I appreciate you. Thank you, man.
That's
Hell
If
yeah.
you give me my top, you guys definitely are in there. I can't take you out.
Thank you, brother. Cause
Well,
you
you
know,
gave us what you gave
That's
us.
not what you did to us. You know what I'm saying?
What you
built
gave
this.
us was an outlook, bro. Was to be able to say, hey, you know what, we can do this too. Because when we were growing up, it was Run DMC, it was Rakim,
Right.
It was Redhead Kingpin, EPMD.
Yeah,
I mean, I can go
Son,
back.
that's all East Coast.
I can go all day in the black hip
But
hop,
when you see lighter shade of brown, it's like, oh,
especially
I
lighter
want to be
shade.
that. How can, you know what I'm saying? How can I do that?
Because Frost was dope. Don't get me wrong, but he was like, this for raza. And then, when in Arizona we didn't have like cholos like that at that time. It wasn't
Right.
like how it was in LA.
right.
So,
That is before they started
yes,
moving over
yes,
there. Right?
Yes, and then you guys came out, and that's who we related to because you guys were on that party kickback, trying to go find the hyenas.
But it was dope.
And you
kids
guys
wanted to be you.
and you guys made it to where it's like, that's who I am. You know what I mean? As
Right.
a young kid. That's why we wanted to write the words. That's
Kinda
why
like
we wanted to
superhero,
live
you know what I'm
your
saying?
music.
Right. No, that,
superhero,
come
bro.
on, stop it, homie.
No,
Hey, you bought your Spider-Man outfit about
Hey, Aquaman.
And sometimes you guys, if it wasn't for watching you guys, there wouldn't be no us.
So that's what we're
Thank you,
trying
bro.
to do for the youngsters of today.
Sure.
And I believe that, like we were talking earlier, the substance, the music that we made, it was kind of formed. It wasn't really just right off the top, hey guys, we're gonna do girl music, we're gonna do R&B music. It wasn't really like that.
Right.
All of us were from different areas. Me and Dos were more hip hop influenced.
Well,
backyard boogies.
I don't want to cut you off right there because we came from a different era. And what I mean by that is before we laid the foundation for, again, I'm going to say Chicanos doing rap, you know what I'm saying, on the West Coast here, our influences
Yes.
was black hip hop.
Yes.
We called it
Hip hop.
hip hop. We didn't call it Chicano rap.
No.
And I'm making a statement here, guys, because this has been so huge in the last month, that whole Chicano, who's the king of Chicano rap.
Yeah.
And I want to get your thoughts on that. But we grew up and that's what we knew. We started in New York, we started and it came West Coast, NWA, whatnot. But this is the shit that we were exposed to. So this is what we bumped.
Yes.
Rakim, you mentioned him
Yes.
too.
Eric
My
B.
favorite
Rakim.
rapper of all time.
Yes.
Big Daddy Kane. Like we can go down the list. And I'm going to stop right there, and I want to get your thoughts on that. Go ahead.
I actually think that when they labeled us Chicano rap or Chicano hip hop, I think we didn't embrace it the way we should have. I think, of course, they're putting us in a box. Okay, of course.
Right.
Now, when they put us in a box, it was the fear of these guys are doing it too. Because I remember around 2000, around 98 to 2005, there was a lot more Chicanos, a lot more Latin people on the radio.
Right.
You had Brown Boy, you had Bash, you had Little Rob, you had Amanda Perez, you had Paula Deanda, you had, that's 5 just right there.
Yep.
So during that time, I believe that we should have embraced that box. The reason why I say that is because us Chicanos in our culture, we always make something out of nothing. We feed our families with beans and rice and the meat that we have, and we'll make that into a plate that will feed everybody. Then you got a car that's been sitting in the back since probably 1970, 1960 something, and then now somebody picks that car up, and then they sand it, and then they make it into a lowrider that's just won first place. See, we're a culture that takes whatever they give us and we make it beautiful. I just don't think that we didn't make hip hop beautiful yet for ourselves by putting us in that box. We should have decorated that box like we do the cars, like we do the food, like we do our women. Then the people would pay attention to us because they can't get it nowhere else but for here. So us fighting with each other and us hurting each other by being the crabs in the pod, that's why we haven't got the flowers we need yet. And that's where I'm saying to the future is, be proud of who you are. Be proud of what you are. Don't just say, okay, I'm Chicano, a Chicano rapper. Don't look at that as a handicap. Look at that as a positive.
All right.
Because, we are the majority, and we have to know that.
Always have been.
And we just have to wake up, man. That's really what it comes down to. Helping each other like other communities do, like the Asian community helps each other. Even the black community helps each other. What I've noticed is a lot of Chicano rappers, they don't mess with each other because of the politics. One's from Northern California, one's from Southern California. Oh, one's from Texas. They say the N-word, or they say this or this or that. You know what, man? We're just all influenced by hip-hop trying to have a voice out there. That's really what it comes down to. So I'm saying to embrace it. Let's make this box they put us in. Let's make it so beautiful that they can't get it nowhere else. You know what I mean?
Beautifully said, man.
That's facts,
Beautifully said. I love the analogy of the lowrider, bro. That's so true. Like we dress it up, and we should be able to dress Chicano. Chicanos and rap doing the same thing, man. Like you said, bro, we heroes, and you guys are somebody's heroes as well. Like they look at you, man. You're the reason why. How many times have people come up to you, kids?
Wow.
How many times did they come up, man? You're the reason why I started doing this.
Even artists, brother. Even artists that are up and coming call us. We had an artist today, you know, we won't put her name out there, but just the fact that she called those crying, saying, hey, you guys, man, I'm so proud of you. You guys are breaking barriers. You guys are doing stations that they don't let us on anymore, and you guys are doing interviews on them. Like, man, it just feels
You
good.
guys getting airplay right now? Radio?
We got our new song.
Feel Another Way?
Got added in Dallas. It's on power rotation now.
Hell yeah.
And then we're at K-Day today.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna start.
Who was you with? Cecilia?
Cece.
Yeah, that's my girl. Shout out to Cece, man.
Her
Dope,
energy
man. Her
is
energy,
so
man.
dope, bro.
She's lovely.
Good
She's
vibes,
IE
good
right here, man. Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
no, I'm just saying that basically we just need to unify, man. We just need to be better for each other. If you're gonna gang bang, man, gang bang for your street. You know, clean it up. You know, there's a lot of people out there, especially in Phoenix, man. There's a lot of that opiates, you know, the blue pills and all the fentanyl and all
Right.
that
That's
bullshit.
everywhere, yeah.
It's just sad to see the way the world is moving and to see. But the thing is when we come and do a show and we come to your town, you know, we're trying to give you that energy of just, you know, that energy of that old time feeling. Because what I've learned is music's a time capsule. Makes you go back to a time when you felt good. When I remember going to high school, and you know, these are the things that we hear on the road. You know, I grew up to you guys. You know, my husband died, and you know, we've been listening to your music. This is what got me through it.
I got pregnant to your music.
Yeah. I thought that'd be at the top of the list, to be honest. But
Yeah.
Got pregnant at our concert.
yeah. We didn't even make it in the concert cabron. Damn. No, but I feel you on that, bro. And that you gotta preach that, man. Keep talking that, because if you don't, then the youngsters will never learn. And it's like you can learn from guys like us who have pretty much, you know, kept a clean nose, you know what I'm saying, throughout this whole business, and done people right. And there's a reason why we're still here. That's facts. Yeah. Or you can kick it with a, you know, older homie in the hood who's gonna, you know, put a cuete in your hand and show you how to use that.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of this drill music? I mean, this music that's out there that pretty much promotes violence and then
Drills, what,
Like
Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
or like trap music.
Yeah, it's starting to get to New York. It's starting to get different places, man. Where
Okay.
people, they even pretty much talk about the dead. You know, they talk. You know, I'm glad I killed your homie, or I'm glad, you know, this or that. I mean, the music of today that the kids listen to it's almost scary, man. You know, what do you guys? I mean, what do you think about it, though?
I agree with you, man. I mean, first off, I thought half of these fools are just making shit up. You know what I'm saying? They're just like, they're capping all the way, like in the studio. And, you know, but then I found out there was a couple others who were actually rapping, who actually did that, who led to their cases, and then ended up in jail as well. So,
It's like they're snitching on themselves, huh?
Yeah. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. You have a choice to put what you want out there into the universe, and if that's what you want to rap about. I think I heard you say somewhere too. I mean, obviously, you know, they're talking about money, this, that, and it's me. I got this, I got that, I got, you know, it's like, yeah, but you ain't doing nothing different than the other three fools that did in the same video with the same girls, with the same homies, hanging out with the same guns, like
With the same diamond teeth doing this.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. Come with some substance. I think that's the word of the day. And I'm not gonna tell you how to rap, but I'm telling you, if I'm, because I'm a fan of hip hop, like I do this. I've done this 30 plus years, and even a fan more so. I love substance. I love to hear when Kendrick takes me somewhere. J. Cole takes me somewhere.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's hard to get that nowadays, because I don't know, fools just want to turn up, and it's easy to.
And a lot of rappers rap off beat now. It's weird.
You think now? I thought in the 90s.
I think it's better now than it was back like in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess it just depends on their style, you know, like who they listen to, I guess.
Offbeat.
I think a lot of fools like I've said it before, grew up on Pac. The fools nowadays grew up on Pac and all them, and they have kind of like a similar, especially the West Coast sounds that I hear. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I just hope that I'm glad that the cultura though is coming. They're a little bit more. They're more stronger now. I would say that than ever, especially with all these outlets, digital media outlets, social media, and whatnot, and just things like when our gente gets in like trouble with the vendors. You know, that was a big thing out here. You know, getting robbed and whatnot. And there's platforms that are out there that raise money, or they go out there, they give them, you know. This one dude, I forget, I can't remember his name, but he was giving out maces, little mace sticks to the vendors, just shit like that, or even literally just going out there standing with them, like
security and shit. Yeah.
See, that's what the Raza's supposed to be doing, man. Like all these gangbangers that bang for your street, I think that you guys should organize the little homies to go to the to go do the yards, bro, so that they're all nice, so that your hood looks right. It's all it's got to be organized, man. And I just think a lot of these older homies, they feed these youngsters poison by saying, hey, dog, when you go to prison, they're going to take care of you, dog, and this and that. And a lot of just youngsters fall for that, man. Yeah. Sad to say.
They go the opposite route. Instead of, when you get to prison, I hear what you're saying. Instead of saying, go, here's what you do, man. Here's how you make a little money, you know what I'm saying, on the weekends. And out here, do it the legit way. NB RIDAZ is up in here, man. Doe, Zigzag. We got a phone number. Let's hit him up right now with that, Danny. Put it on the screen, 951-293-4180.
Call in, shop it up with the NB RIDAZ. Zigzag and Dose in the building.
Arizona, man. Arizona is like our biggest top ever, our spot to go to, bro. We can, man, if I moved out there, it'd be trouble, dog, because I'd be performing every weekend, dog, like somewhere, some
I've been
reservation.
watching you perform there since at least 95, bro. I know that for sure. Going to the Civic Center and watching you perform with Johnny Lazoya and all that.
Shout out to Johnny Lazoya. Damn.
Yeah,
he was the first one that brought us out there. It
was one of the first ones to bring a lot of artists.
Lowrider car shows, right?
Yeah.
That was when, man, our first trip out of state. And that was with, I think, High C, and Tony A. Shout out to Tony A, man. Yeah. We went out there and did our thing. But Arizona, we got mad love to Arizona. Although I haven't been to Tucson in a minute, though. So if y'all know some promoters out there.
We're going to have to go out there then. Come on.
Come on, man.
NB RIDAZ and Lighter Shade. Oh, we coming.
Shit,
let's do a tour. Let's do a
tour, dog. I'll be sick. Hey, the strip clubs are cracking out there, fool.
Yeah.
NAZ?
Yeah, I already know.
What's the one I went to?
Jags.
Jags, yeah. Jaguars.
Yeah.
Dan Littlesford already knows the spots up top.
Yes, I sure do.
What, the strip club?
Yeah, Jaguars.
That's the hot spot?
I know the dispensaries and all the...
That's this guy right
here. Hey, are you guys like heavy? You guys are heavy connoisseurs of cannabis?
I am.
Yeah? About you? No?
Nah, I'm not my brother, nah.
Yeah, you just be getting hooked up, huh?
Yeah.
No, I give it to him.
What's your favorite? Like, we get like hybrids, OGs, what?
I like the hybrids.
Hybrids, yeah, the exotics.
Yeah, I'm more of a dabber.
Dabber, you on the concentrates?
Yeah, I'm on them concentrate.
Oh yeah, do it, bro. Every time I fucking try one of those, a dab, I fucking get paranoid, bro.
Oh, don't do that.
Every time, the first time I tried it, dog, it was out of like a 2-foot bong.
Shit, I dabbed before we got here. No, I was like,
I ripped that shit. I was all freaking paranoid, bro.
Nah, you know what? The one thing about my brother here, man, he's really keeps me on my P's and Q's too.
That's right.
My brother's saved, and he's really in touch with his spiritual side. And to tell you the truth, man, it really makes me in touch with mine, and it really helps me keep focused in this game. Because the last time around, I felt like I fumbled it. You know what I mean? I didn't do certain things right that I should have done right. And for God to give me the second chance to be on the road again and performing in front of sold out crowds, it's just a blessing. So I don't want to mess that up.
Yeah, that's dope.
So I just really I haven't really been partying too much like I used to, because I feel like maybe that was the reason why things went left on the last round.
Yeah.
I wasn't taking care of my business, but now, we're taking care of business. He keeps me centered. That's one thing about my brother.
Doe, so I gotta go to you, brother. I mean, what made you just not flip the script, so to speak, but like become just more? Is it religious? Is it?
I think we chopped it up. I think we were in Idaho.
Yeah, we were on tour. Yeah.
Well, my son passed away, and man, you're gonna start making me cry again. I hate doing that.
Keep the glasses on, brother.
Yeah. my son passed away, and at that time, that's when I took some time off, and this guy went his own way, and the other guy went his own way. And at that time, I just didn't want to do anything. I was mourning, and it took me a minute, man. It took me about 3 years to figure out that he was gone. You know what I'm saying? And when I did, and I never said this to anybody, man, it was the first time, I actually ended up in the crazy home because they thought I wanted to kill myself and all this. And
suicidal watch.
Yeah. So I had no choice because I go, hey, I want to go home now. I'm fine. I'm this. They goes, no. Well, somebody told me that they told us that you wanted to kill yourself, and I was like, no, I'm good. And at the time, one of my son's friends was the paramedics. And he goes, you know what? He goes, well, I'll send you home, but when you get there, you're gonna have a warrant waiting for you. So they're gonna pick you up regardless. So this guy goes, well, you know what? There's a new one they just opened up. Tell me you want to go there. It's called Quail Run. Because if you go to the other one, you're not gonna come out. He goes, they're just crazy over there. It's not gonna work. So I ended up going there. They took me there, and that same night, I even got in a fight that same night. Because I got there, and it was crazy because
you was squabbling with fools in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right off top.
Right on top. And the cool thing is the guy that worked there.
You was walking in with your shit like this.
No, he knew who I
What's
was.
up?
He actually knew who I was.
Oh,
so
shit.
he was all excited that I was in. Like, hey, bro, just don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it on the L. He's like, all right. And at the same time, it was this one black dude, myself, and a white dude behind me. And Trump was on. It was crazy because I guess he got all, all hot-headed because he was watching Trump. And he started yelling, get the fuck out of my room. Man. You don't belong in here and da-da-da. And he kept on. I was just sitting there.
He was a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
That wasn't the fool that went to D.C., right? That was from Arizona?
No,
That
but
ended
check
up-
this out. And then there was another guy that was behind him, but he was locked in the door. But they got the little square we could see out, and he started banging on the door. And I was like, oh, shit, And he goes, get the fuck out of here. This is my place, and you don't belong here. Whoop-de-whoop. And then the black dude goes, hey, bro. I go, what's up, man? I think he's talking to you. I go, what? You don't want you here. And as soon as I turned around, he, rammed on me, kicked me in my back. And I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, man, if I hit him, what's going to happen to me? I'm thinking about the movies. They're going to strap you up, put a muzzle on and shit. And how I handle this dude there. He comes again, man. I just picked him up. What happened? I threw him over the table.
Yeah.
All the alarms go off there, and all the nurses come in. And then the nurse goes, hey, just say this. Tell me it was self-defense. And I saw everything. And as soon as they came, they got him and threw him on a chair. They strapped him up.
Yeah.
And it goes, and to me it goes, I go, hey, it was self-defense. He was attacking me. And the guy goes, yeah, he's right. So they let me go. But what happened is he goes, you know what I'm going to do is, I've never done this before. I'm going to put you on the other side because you're not going to make it here. I'm like, what do you mean? We'll talk about it later. I guess he was one of the main dudes there, I guess.
Yeah.
They got main people there too, even though they're crazy. They run the spots there too. And but it's all ladies over there. I'm like, what?
On the other side.
Yeah.
So you were like,
yeah, I was like, all right.
I guess.
Let's go, I guess. Whatever.
Crazy ladies.
Yeah.
But you're going to be by yourself.
Yeah.
You're going to be by yourself. And I go, all right, cool. I go, whatever makes you comfortable. So I was in there by myself. 2 days later, these two ladies come up to me and they go, because I used to talk to everybody. I was cool with everybody, man. I was like a party to me, There was nothing wrong with me, man. I was like, everybody's crazy but me at that time. And they go, Daniel, I goes, can we ask you for a favor? At the time, that's my name. Dos. And I go, yeah, what's up? He goes, can you be our knight in shining armor? And I looked at him, what do you mean? And I was like, can you be a knight in shining armor? And I was like, looked at him. And there was one chick that I spoke to that she was all right, She just had to be there because of her problems or whatever. She was telling me, Dos, don't get involved. Let it go, man. I go, I said, yes, already. I told him I'll take care of him or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll help him. She goes, don't do it. Next thing you know, a big fight broke out between the EMTs and one of the people that were there. And all the alarms went off. They saw that we went downstairs. And then I guess she goes, well, it's because they were telling me that there was a guy down there that he would go and grope all the girls.
Oh, wow.
So we was during lunch. So I told him I would help him, if he came down. And I didn't think it was going to happen, And that same day, we went downstairs, and I was sitting with this chick right here, and there was about 6 of them on here. Next here comes that guy. And then he goes, hey, he's right there. And I'm like, oh, shit. She goes,
save us.
And my friend was like, just let it go. Don't get involved.
These were chicks that were, hold on,
Yeah.
patients or these were the
No,
staff?
they were patients.
And the crazy
these were
house?
patients.
Got it.
And everybody's nuts, so you know what's going to happen. Well, that same dude, when I saw him, he was the dude that was behind the door, telling that dude to get on me, you know what I'm saying?
snap.
But he didn't recognize me. He didn't see me because I was sitting on this side.
Yeah.
He comes straight over there, and I go, okay. He goes, just let it go. I go, no, I'm going to go watch. Check this out. So I walk up to him and go like, hey, what's up, ladies? I go, I'm over here sitting by myself. You guys just want to, come sit by me or whatever. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. But the only one, and that dude just looked at me, and he recognized me. And he gave me this dirty look, but he still stayed there. And the lady that asked me to help her, she stayed there too. So all of this came to my table. So I'm thinking, you know what? Let me go tell the other nurse over here on the side that what's going on over here. So I went over there, and next thing you know, the lady's yelling at that dude. He's like, you know what? He goes, get off of me, you pervert, and blah, blah, blah. And then this dude, as soon as he looked at her, he just built up a big old wad and spit it right in her face. That got me so pissed off, so I just went up to her and I just knocked him out, bro. Just swang at him.
You know where they're fighting
on site.
Yeah, on site. Like, again.
Yeah.
There you go.
You got hit the ground.
Hey, just talking about self-defense. I go, what the fuck? Self-defense
like a
again. Right here. You know, so they took him, and I'm like, but a lot of stuff happened in there, bro. And where this lady, it was crazy. She was sitting there next door to me, and every morning she'll wake up walking around back and forth. And every hour, every day, you got to go have a session with a psychiatrist. Every hour, 6 hours a day, you got to go talk to different psychiatrists. It's a group thing. And the first thing in the morning, she goes, hey, why don't you introduce the new person you got in your room? I go, there's nobody in my room. What are you talking about? Yes, there is. Why don't you introduce everybody? He should be here just like us. She was getting pissed off. And I'm like, I go, ma'am, there's nobody in my room. Nobody's allowed in my room. I go, yeah, he told me hi and everything in the morning. You're going to get in trouble. And she started yelling at me, and the doctor's like, there's somebody in your room? I go, no. She goes, I go, what are you talking about? And then the psychiatrist goes, he is like you. He goes, his hair's shaved. He has green eyes, and he's like light complected like you. And then I go, there's nobody in there. When she said that, I had my arm up. I have my son's picture right here. And what she did, she looked at me, and then he goes, leave him alone. He said, there's nobody in there. I saw him. He told me hello and good morning and all this.
What?
And as soon as she saw my arm, she looked at him, and then she looked at me. Oh, she just went like this. Well, she saw my son.
That's crazy.
Damn.
You know, and I like, wow, man. It's like, it was crazy, man, because I got to see
No pun intended. Sorry.
Yeah. I got to see this kid hang himself while I was in there. You get to see a lot of stuff in there that you're like, man.
How long were you in there for?
Rock so long? 2 weeks, bro. Just in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Every day something different would happen, bro. I could tell you a story about it.
Just in those 2 weeks?
Yeah,
And that
bro.
goes by quick. I mean, it probably goes by longer in there.
No,
but-
yeah, no, because they treat you like a kid, man. You got snack time. They feed you. And when you go outside just to get some air, it's a block like this.
Yeah.
Just a block. You can't see out of it. It's all
Damn.
cement. Yeah.
Like a prison, huh?
And it's crazy just to hear these stories because, you know, this is a time when we weren't all really together. So I'm living my life. Dos is living his. You know, Marco's living his. And to hear that my brother went through that, you know, I watched the comeback. You know, I watched when he was down and out. You know, especially when his son passed. I never knew about the hospital part, and then and then to call him and be like, hey, you know, I think I got us a show. You know what, Zig?
He wasn't ready.
I'm not ready yet.
He wasn't ready.
Okay. Maybe another year. Call him again, and then same thing, and then finally when he's like, you know what, I think I'm ready, man. I said, okay, cool. And then the one thing that he found out was the game was different. It wasn't the same how it used to be. So I had told him, I was like, look, man, not a lot of people remember you. They remember you, but you need to introduce yourself. You need to do an album, bro. At least an album. Do something. Do a single by yourself. Do an album. I'll help you.
Dust them chops off.
And when I watched this person make this album, you know, because I was the one recording, I was the one mixing, I was the one, you know, doing a lot of the background. To watch the story of the beginning and to the end of his album, it was just like a perfect story of coming from the death of his son to where he is now.
So you wrote a whole album.
Yeah.
And it's called Since You've Been Gone. It was one of those and that's what got. You remember how I told you? I said, by watching my brother do certain things, I said I started getting closer, and that's what was making me go through it, was watching him record. You know, I can't do it right now, Zig. It's too much right now. All right, let's just take our time, bro. That's cool. And then just watching the therapy, watching God work in my brother, it was amazing. And like I said, man, to hear these stories of him being in the crazy house and all this stuff, man, it saddens me because it makes me think like, dang, you know, if I would have known that, I would have been there for you, my dog. But at the end of the day, when like I said, it's
you know, losing your son, bro, is that could put anybody there. mentally is just you lost a part, and I can't sit here and explain it because I haven't been through it.
Like,
but I get it
because I lost a uncle and grandma, uncle.
Yeah,
but when you lose your actual seed,
he
was actually my best friend, bro. We were always together. No matter
Little
what.
Weezy.
He even got to be on the rock the stage with me, which was dope.
Hell yeah,
that was a blessing. But when I wrote the album, I did it from the time that he passed away to what's going on now in my life. And when I finished that, man, I broke down. And I was crying. And I just, at that moment, I go, you know what, Zig? I just got closure. That was it for me right there.
It's kind of like a diary or just getting it,
Because and I go, and I have to change because the only way I'm going to see him again if I change my life. And I just serve him and put him first. And that's like my road to go see him again.
Right.
So I got to be me now. I got to be those. I got to put God first. I tell people, hey, I've been saved. I'm not soft.
Right.
I'm saved, but I'll still punch your face.
Yeah, you spit in somebody's face. I'm knocking you out if it close to me.
But my mission is for me to speak about God. I don't care what anybody thinks or or whatever. But for me to see my son again, this is what I have to do myself.
And I got to tell you, man, it's just it's one of those stories it's bittersweet, but at the end, I seen my boy rise up out of the ashes like a champion, and it motivated me to get even stronger and to get even better at what I'm doing, and then now both of us together with the same push and the same energy, moving in the same direction. That's why you see NB Riders getting back to where they go.
That there's a story to everything, and maybe I feel that's the reason why you guys are stronger more than ever. And I'm telling you, man, I see you guys just busy right now working, dog, more so than lately. But
and there's people there's two promoters, bro, that really believed in us because, and I'm sure you heard things. Like I said, there's always gonna be this story, their story. In the middle, there's a truth.
Right.
Like I said, through all these years that my boy and the other guy had been beefing or whatever, I never spoke about anything because I was really close to the other guy.
Right.
I was very close to him, and that's why I wouldn't talk bad about him because I go, it's not right. We're still, we're brothers or whatever. And for the first time now that we're here in this situation, seeing what greed does to you, what money does to you,
even just being in a position where you don't want to lose, you'll do dirty things.
We're trying to be on the road. I mean, brother, I learn stuff on about the music business. We do something every day, but when you're trying to come up and there's people calling venues, there's people
calling promoters.
Promoters, hey, they can't perform, they can't do this song, they can't do that song.
They don't own the name.
Oh, just blocking you.
Yeah, straight up. And this, and you know what? Like I said, I'm not here to bash.
Right.
The other cat, I'm not. That's not my character. That's not me. But whatever I say here, I will tell him to his face.
Right.
But people need to know the truth. Also, it's this thing never happened about I did this, I did that. NB Riders is a sound. It's a sound of various people. It's not just one person.
Right.
That's okay if you wrote a hook or you wrote this hook or you produced that. But at the same time, no one ever wrote my stuff. No one ever performed my stuff. No one ever wrote his stuff or what he does.
I don't want to cut you off because I do want to bring light to this, and I get it. The reason why we're not mentioning anybody's names, but I have to mention the name because of the platform and my audience who we're talking about. Because there might be some newer audience, people that don't know your background. This may be the first time they've heard of NB Riders, And if you know, the person we're talking about is MC Magic, and who you guys started with. I caught some of the interview on Tony A's a few weeks back, so I was just kind of seeing how it all went down, and I've been there first and foremost. I know what it's like to get into the business, and we get it with just, man, we go in with passion and desire, and we just love what we do, and it's like we never really cared about money, but we did care about getting burnt.
Yes.
Once that was brought, I was like, what do you mean I'm getting? I'm supposed to be getting this, but I'm not getting this. So, and sadly to say, a lot of artists, they learn the hard way, and that's the way they learn going in it. I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10, newer artists get treated the same way. To this day, we were just talking about
people taking advantage of.
Taken advantage. But, you learn and you move on, and that's it. I do want to bring up though.
Ask away, bro.
I want to play devil's advocate here because I have to as a mediator. So Magic, you guys hooked up.
Yeah.
Through a gentleman by the name of Johnny Ray, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this was the big homie out in Arizona, from what I understand. Mm-hmm. And he had a lot of plugs. He used to throw concerts and whatnot. He brought you to the studio, and he introduced you to MC Magic. MC Magic then, kind of, saw you just like, all right, well, send me when you got some stuff, shoot it to me. So then you guys got busy right away. Am I going along with the timeline?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you ended up at Magic's door with the demo tape or whatever. He heard you guys. From that point on, I think I got lost in the shuffle.
Okay, so what happened after that? Johnny Ray had thrown a show. You had actually been on it. It was you, Bobby. It was Frost and Proper Dos.
Yeah.
And it was at the
What we do together? Oh, Corona Ranch.
Corona Ranch. So that's the one Johnny Ray threw. And after that concert, Johnny Ray was like, "Oh my God, you guys are the next thing. You guys are gonna be the biggest thing," and he ended up getting arrested or something happened to where he just lost contact with us. So after that, me and Dos still continued on to keep pushing with, and we still didn't have Magic's help yet.
Yeah.
It wasn't until DJ Too Swift decided to do
What up, Too Swift?
Yes.
I remember Too Swift.
He decided to do a mixtape, and that was like a couple years later on, because I had called Magic maybe a year after Johnny Ray.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, yo, man, I remembered your number. I'm still doing rap. I don't really have an outlet. Is there any way you can help me out?"
Yeah.
And he was like, you know how it is when they tell you no. It's just that's what it was. And I said, "Okay, it's all good, brother."
This was Magic.
Yeah.
Now let me stop you right there, bro. So now at this point, you're just now getting in cahoots with with Magic.
Yeah.
Prior to that, how long had Magic been out, making the name for himself?
Magic's been out 10 years prior to when we were 1990.
Prior to when you guys met?
Yeah, he did Lost in Love in 91. So around 91 was when he started. I think the Don't Worry album, because he had an album prior.
Okay, and that was under Nasty Boy Click, right?
Under Nasty Boy Records, which was his actual record label.
Because we played that, but Lost in Love was, I think it was Nasty Boy Click.
Yeah.
And that was him.
Yes.
Yeah, we added that record to the
So what happened was...
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Dos was the one who gave the idea to him and said, "Hey, look, Down for Yours is a dope single. How about on the B-side we put Lost in Love?" It's one. I've always liked that record. We all agreed to it. We were like, "Yeah, man, it's a dope record." So when Down for Yours took its run down, Lost in Love started getting played because the radio station was like, "Well, we need something else." So they played that.
Down for Yours was the NB RIDAZ song?
Yes. I mean, I'm sorry, Nasty Boy Click.
I'm sorry, because I'm lost with all the titles,
Yeah.
especially the future.
Yeah. Nasty Boy Click.
Okay.
So then here comes Lost in Love, and Upstairs Records finally gets a hold of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Magic tried to make a deal by himself with Upstairs Records because that was his actual song.
Right.
And he was like, "Well, these guys aren't on the song. It's my song." He goes, "But I like the look. I like the name.
Right.
I like the way the group looks." He goes, "I want the whole group."
What year was this?
This is in
1997,
99.
Okay, go on.
This is around 2000, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So after that, he ended up talking to Magic, and Magic ended up saying, "You know what, guys? Let's do one more."
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is when it really started turning corners right here, is because I feel like this is when Magic got treated like an equal.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he liked that. I don't think he liked being paid equally.
Well,
and I understand
prior to meeting you guys, he was 10 years into it.
Yes, I understand.
So he's probably used to being on his own.
Yeah. And I think, that was dope. That's how he was.
Right.
And I'll always be honest with this. I always felt like it was by accident how Nasty Boy Click happened. It wasn't so much like it was a wanted thing. Mm-hmm. It just happened to stick together, and then it became something. It's almost like it happened by accident. We all rapped on different songs, but the one song that took off was Down for Yours with Roger Troutman.
Yeah.
That song was actually Dos's concept.
They were supposed to.
It was going to be on his album.
But we had L Dog, and then they started working on that track Down for Yours, and that's what became our first hit. You know, but what sucks that every time we tell a story, or he's always like, "It was me. I came up with it. It was I," and it wasn't like that,
Right.
man. You know, that's what I tell people. And when people hear our story now, well, why don't you guys like talk about that back then? Why are you just saying that now? Because I never spoke. I never wanted to say anything.
Yeah,
You know, I always want to keep the
it's
peace
different now.
going.
We got
Yeah.
podcasts, digital age, more
Now
interviews. Yeah,
it's like at the same time, it's like, hey, well, you know, I'm getting tired of my kids watching these podcasts. And this guy's just insulting us, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
because at that time, from that time that he was by himself, and nobody wanted to sign him, bro. He was having a hard time getting signed. And that's what he wanted. That's why he made Nasty Boy click. Even when
He couldn't get signed as a solo artist,
as
what
a
you're
solo
saying.
artist, yeah.
Now, Nasty Boy Click, who's Nasty Boy Click? Who
Nasty
was
Boy click was Bookie, Low, Sly, Zig, and myself, and he threw his son in there.
Okay, because I remember when I started working at the radio station
We had
in
like 8
2000,
people with us.
I saw this flyer, bro, sure, and it had like, and little youngsters, and
Yeah.
somebody told me in the back, that's one of them's MC Magic's son.
Yeah.
And then you guys were all wearing blue or
Yeah.
something like that,
Yeah,
like
like hockey
sweatsuits or
jerseys.
something.
Jerseys.
Yeah, jerseys, yeah. Go on.
And at the time was like, you know, why is it that you're being insulting like to us everywhere you go? Because he's already thinking these guys ain't gonna get to these platforms no more. No one's gonna want to talk to them. And the
Was he?
yeah, bro. The Lord works in a mysterious way, bro. I always tell people, you know what? Let's do the possible and let the man upstairs do the impossible, and to see what happens. And look, all these doors are opening us, bro. We're not, you know, we're.
Well, it's like this, man. You know, when we were Nasty Boy Click, we tried the first thing. And the first thing was, you know, the first album, and we saw how it all played out. Being young and naive and being young in the game, we didn't understand the business. So, of course, we're going to sign a contract.
Sure.
Of course, we're going to be happy.
Goes back to what I was saying earlier.
To receive the money that we did receive.
You guys want to be put on.
Yes. And I believe if we would have read the contracts and we would have read it,
Sure.
all, probably never been here now.
How did NB Riders come along? I mean, there was Nasty Boy Click, but how did the name NB Riders come along?
Okay.
If y'all was already a group.
What happened is Zig, it wasn't working out with Upstairs no more. So Magic wanted to leave, and here's where his story changes again. He's asking, "Hey, okay, John, well, what can we do for me to be let go?" And he says, "Well, at least I gotta have 2 of them, and I'm keeping the name." So he wanted to keep Nasty Boy Click. So what happened is I go, "Hey, well."
John did.
John did.
Yes.
And Magic goes, well, those. He said that 2 of them two of you guys have to stay, and that's the only way he'll let some of us go or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I go, well, hey, you know what? I want to leave too. I'm not happy here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I was running away with them. I go, but I'm down to leave, you know. So these guys stayed, you know, him and Sly, and me and Magic took off on our own.
Oh, so you stayed with Upstairs Records.
Yeah, because he was trying to still do a whole Nasty Boy Click album.
Got
And
it.
I guess it wasn't working out with him and Sly as a group.
And it was because he was young. He was the youngest one. He was the one that was
Sly's
on Down
Magic,
for
son?
Sly. No, Sly.
No, that's Mischief.
Oh, okay.
He's the young guy that was on the Down for Yours record. That What You Want, Goldilocks.
Okay.
Money Can't Buy. He was 16,
Man, y'all had some
17.
hits.
Yeah, 16.
I didn't realize how many hits you guys
They
got until I
bangers,
started
bro.
looking, bro.
I was on their
Like,
Spotify earlier. I was
my
like, wow.
God,
This is
so
go
fly,
down.
pretty good. Just throughout the years. Go on.
Yeah, but like I said, he wasn't ready for the next move. You know, they took us out to Houston for 2 weeks, and they were like, "All right, we're gonna put you with all these producers and artists. Let's try to make a Nasty Boy Click album." For me, I was always ready. Had my notebooks ready. I was always ready with a verse, ready to go and kick it. We had Happy Perez, we had Bash, we had all kinds of people helping us out, man. And this kid was all about worrying about partying and going to find the girls.
Was Little Rom on Upstairs at this point?
No, not at
Okay,
this
that came later. Okay.
Yeah. So then, and you know what? That's another person we brought to Upstairs, but they won't tell that story.
Mm.
But at the end, so him not being ready, what ended up happening was now John's frustrated. He's like, man, I got two of the NB Riders or Nasty Boy Click members here. I can't do an album here. Dos and Magic, you know, started going on the road, and they were literally hustling, going to reservations and
We're
going
selling
to,
CDs.
You
bro.
and Magic?
Yeah, me and Magic.
he had a hustling, you know, they had a hustle selling CDs and doing different stuff like that. So these guys are on the road doing what they're doing. And
at this point, you guys were cool with Magic, like as far as business wise.
Me and Magic were cool. At the time, we left together.
You didn't see anything funny like what you were mentioning earlier.
No.
At this point,
no, we were good. We were good.
But I think what we started seeing was Magic was trying to find a way out. That's just what it was. He wanted. I think he always wanted to be a solo artist. He tried the group thing, and then he was like, this isn't for me. I don't. And then he had to come back to us again after the Down for Yours and Lost in Love thing, because we went from Mercury Records to Upstairs Records. So that transfer.
Oh, it was Mercury before Upstairs.
Yes,
oh,
yes.
we missed that conversation.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's who put out the first chapter.
Okay.
They put out the first chapter. It was Mercury Records. After that album, they were like, should we do a second album or should we do the Brian McKnight? So they figured to do the Brian McKnight thing.
Yeah. That same thing happened to us. We were on Mercury too.
Yeah.
We were label mates. Now that I think about it, and it was like, all right, well, Mercury, when you're on a major label, it's like you're quick to get shelved over a major artist. Like,
so luckily they let us go. And at that time, Magic was like, you know what? I don't really want to do this anymore. I'm cool with this. It's kind of like a bad toothache. Just don't go away. Quote. So I was like, okay, cool.
Damn.
So after that, we were like, cool. It is what it is. We tried, we did whatever. Here comes the phone call. Hey guys, let's do another one. They got this label out of San Jose that wants to sign us.
Okay.
It's time to do another one. Let's do another one. All right, cool. So we get all together, but this time the label is sending us producers. This time we're having different singers. This time the label's taking the form of the album, the second album.
I got
Nasty
you.
Boy. So I think that's,
Upstairs record.
Yeah. So I think that's what kind of bothered Marco. I think he was like, man,
Took away his creative productive.
I want to be the guy that records it. I want to be the guy that comes up with this.
Because he produced most of the songs, right?
No.
Oh.
It was always different producers.
Oh, okay.
He would just kind of do his Diddy thing on it, put his little sound or put the little mix, put a little extra
talk box?
sound.
Yeah.
Or that before the talk box?
That was before the talk box.
Got it.
Dang.
Yeah, like I said, this is a lot of stuff going on before that talk box was even put in the group.
Okay.
So after that, the group took a split. So Los and Magic are over there doing their thing. We had already recorded Runaway. We had recorded a couple songs. So Runaway, because the song took off and got like 12 stations.
Well, let me tell you a story about that too before he goes any further. So you're asking about the name. How do we jump from?
Yeah. I don't think
So that what happened is that now, me and Magic were already like, we didn't know what to do. We're at a point where, damn, we're done, and we still had Runaway. He goes, and he went to the kitchen. He goes, Dos. I go, I don't know what to do. I go, well, you know what? We done everything we could. We were already broke, bro. Me and Magic, I'm not gonna lie. We're like, damn, what are we gonna do? And we had Runaway. I go, what about the cat, R-Dub? At that time, he was in Tucson.
R-Dub, shout out the radio personality.
Yeah.
What up, R-Dub?
Yeah. And then he goes, you think so? I go, bro, he's close to you. What do we got to lose? Just call him. If he says no, he says no.
Yeah.
He called him. Hey, he goes, hey, R-Dub, I got this record. Whoop-de-whoop. He goes, why don't you come down tonight? We'll put it on. If it's good, we'll know. If it ain't. As soon as we put Runaway, phones went off. Crazy. So we're coming back, next day or whatever.
Instant hit, huh?
It's dope.
We goes, what are we going to do? He goes, we got to change to come up with a new name and this and that. So like I told everybody, and we had a garage. That's where studio was. I was in this old leather black couch of his. He was in this chair right here.
Who produced Runaway?
Magic.
Okay, this is when he started.
There's a good story about that too.
Okay, go ahead.
So I go, okay, well let's do the whole name thing. I go, well, we got to stay with NB because that's how everybody's gonna know.
MBK.
MBK.
Right. Sure.
And I go, and I said, because he keeps saying that he did everything. Here we go again. And he goes, like the whole writer thing. I go, writers. And he goes, I go, like writers. And he spelled, remember the writer's truck? It was U-Haul and there's writers.
Yeah.
Truck?
Oh, R-Y-D-E-R?
Yeah, that's how he spelled writers.
Oh, okay.
I go, no, why don't you do it this way?
Yeah.
I go, D-A-Z. He goes, writers?
Riders,
Yeah, I go,
homie.
no, but it's writers because A-Z. I go, NB Riders.
Oh, that's dope. I never knew that.
That's tough.
And,
The
like,
AZ
and I
thing.
was like, man, I don't even get credit for that. I did. I'm like, here we go. But at that time, brother, I didn't care. I was just like, it is what it is.
So let me ask you this: when you say you don't get credit for, do you mean publicly, or do you mean
Because,
financially, or do you mean
in a
just
sense where
credit somewhere?
At the time, I didn't care because I'm not the type that goes on camera at the time of saying, well, I came up with a name. I produced all the songs. I did this.
I dressed them. I fed their
dressed them.
family.
The way they move, the way they eat, the way I did that.
That's how he's going around doing podcasts.
Trying to take all the credit.
So
huh?
every
I got
podcast.
you.
That's why Tony's. I go. I call Mr. I because everything was done by Mr. I. I go. What did we do then?
Were we backup dancers?
We the same platform. You use us for our platform. We helped you where you needed to get. Also remember that you did not do that.
It was a group effort, brother, because we all made each other look good. That's the whole point. Like he was an older dude. We were the younger ones that made him look young, but yet he was the one that taught us the game. Now he put us through the game in order to learn it.
That's fucked up. Is that the way you think about me, dog?
Nah, fool. Nah,
You try to make me look young?
What you think, fool?
But even if you sit on stage, you see the chemistry. You see what we're doing.
Nah, you guys look legit.
And so we went along. What happened is that now the singer, that was Angelina.
Right.
And at the time, he lied to John and said it was Veronica Garcia. Which
he said it was
one
a
of his
different
wife's
singer.
Sisters.
Hold up.
Because by this time,
No, we haven't talked about
Hold
that.
up. Angelina, if you don't know Angelina, do your research,
beautiful.
man. Freestyle artist. Release Me was one of her biggest songs. She had a couple of them,
Worldwide
right?
song.
Before she hooked up with these guys, and we were already touring LSOB, but shout out to Angelina, man. She was also part of Upstairs Records.
Yeah, she was part of the New Riders. When we did New Riders, which another change of name. But
soon as R-Dub played it, it went and jumps to different stations. So I think it got to like 9 to 10 different stations, and it got to Houston, which where John and Lopez, and that's where they moved to. Upstairs Records.
That's
moved
right.
to Houston, and so when the song started getting played in Houston, John called Magic and was like, "Hey, we got a problem here. That song sounds really familiar." And that singer, he goes, I can put my finger on. That's Angelina.
But Angelina,
Which was their artist.
Angelina,
Yes.
it was the one on
She was
Runaway.
signed to them. They always has been.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got a little illegal issue.
Now we got a legal issue.
Okay,
And,
all right.
and at the time, Angelina, now we're at a show, we brought him along. We brought Zing along to do another show. And next thing you know is that Angelina's on the phone. She goes, Magic, that's me. I know it's me. Angelina, are you sure? That's me. And he's like, no, it's not this and that. And this guy, just to show loyalty to Magic, comes out of another room because we're in a hotel because we had a show that night. He goes,
I'm like, I was there, bro.
You know what?
I watched
John,
you perform.
I was there. I put that on my mom. Da, 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 da. Not even 5 minutes later.
You ratted,
Zig
dog,
left.
or what?
Not after 5 minutes after Zig left, he goes like this. Sorry, John. Okay, it is her. After this guy put it on his mom, put it on his feet.
You know
on
what's
his kids,
funny about
dogs.
this story is that back then, you couldn't tell if it was them or not because only just by hearing because there was no social media, there was no fans
phones or
with the
nothing.
phones or none of that. Taking that
but
proof.
during that time, I had told John, I was like, look, John, I said, I'm down to help you with this Nasty Boy Click thing. I said, but you know my heart and my loyalty stands with my boys. I said, so if I'm able to still work with them and still do things with them, I said, I'm cool with what I'm doing here. So me being on the song Runaway is what I think actually kept Zigzag in the group. Because if I wouldn't have done that one verse on Runaway, I really believe that Zig wouldn't be here anymore. I think they would have been it. Just because of the way the ball always played. If you're not running with this, you're not running my way, then hit the highway kind of thing.
So you were still on Upstairs
Yes.
when you did Runaway.
Yes.
And you were more like a feature, so to speak.
Yes.
We got
With
re-signed.
Magic and then
we got
doing-
re-signed.
Yes.
You got re-signed to what label?
Upstairs?
And Upstairs again.
So they signed you back.
They
and
came
they signed
back.
NB Riders now.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Nasty Boy Click jumped in again. So now he's NB Riders now.
Yeah. I was the
Okay.
only one that he wanted left, I guess.
Yeah,
Sure.
They moved Sly out of the way.
Okay.
So now it's us three as MB Riders, and then now we do the Invasion album. And the actual
Fucking story's dope, by
and
the
the
way,
action-
man.
and-
Give us a like right now for this story, man. If you know, you know. Back in the NB Riders. Come
And
on.
the Invasion album literally was released on 9/11. 9/11, we were on our way to the station to go do our interview to drop the album. We literally already put it out. It was called Invasion.
No way.
Yeah. And the radio's like,
That
911,
year, that
get
happened in
ready,
9/11.
get ready.
Literally,
it's coming, 9/11.
That day it
That one was
happened.
coming out,
We
yeah.
were on our way to 1039 The Party in Phoenix to go talk about the album, and then they told us, hey, right now we're not doing anything with it. Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
And just to be clicked up with history the way it was, I mean, it just seems like everything moved in its own way. Like in the MB Riders, Invasion, the album actually came out 9/11, but then it got moved because of the the tragedy that happened.
Right.
But then after that, it was different. It was different during that time, especially for me, just because I think maybe the staying with Upstairs Records kind of showed a little bit of disloyalty to my group. Maybe my boys felt that. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I felt it. Things were a little different. The pay scale was a little different. And then here comes NBRidaz.com. Now we recorded Soulfly. We recorded Pretty Girl, Notice Me, all the hits that were on the .com album. And right before that album, I had a meeting with the boys, and I was kind of upset because I kind of started finding out certain things, especially being signed to Upstairs still, and then finding out the boys came back and got some money to come back. And
you had no clue that they were coming. So you and Dose weren't talking at this point?
I mean,
we talked, but the way I see it is,
it wasn't like that.
I
Got you.
I just think he made
because of business.
I made the wrong mistake, Stain.
Okay, all right. Well, it's man enough for you to admit
you
that.
You made a lot of bad decisions on your own.
Sure, absolutely.
That
but
put
we
you in
all been there,
situations that
man.
you're in. So that it just happened that way. They wanted us back. Okay, well, you got to pay.
Right.
And that was understandable because, like I said, I had to learn. I had to learn. You got to learn. You got to go through it to learn. So understanding and learning made me have a little bit more of a say. So I was like, okay, this is what I don't want anymore. I felt like I paid my dues. I felt like I showed you guys I'm with you all the way. So when the next negotiation for that album happened, my boy Dos, being the brother that he is always, he was like, you know what, we want, because I was ready to walk. I'll be honest. I was ready to walk. I don't know why, but I just was. And he said, you know what, Zig, in order for you to stay, I'm gonna give you my percentage that you're asking for.
Who said this?
Dos. The other person didn't budge. He was like, I'm good. I'm not gonna move nothing.
It's a good man right there.
Yes, of course. And after that, man, it was just history in the making. We were traveling the world. We were all together as like a unit.
So you were the biggest as NB Riders as a unit.
Yes.
Over Nazi Boy Click, and then comes Future new.
The Future. As a matter of fact,
even over our solo.
No, but check this out. After all these years, bro, we done more shows and been in more cities just with us two than we ever did with the whole group. Now.
It's okay. Okay, I want to get to that. But how did you get to New Riders?
Damn. How many names do you guys have?
Well,
bro, that's what I'm saying.
Is it New Riders you guys right now?
No, they're back to NB Riders.
Oh, shit.
I know the answer to that. But
we own the name and it's trademarked and everything.
Wait, let's get to New Riders and then.
That was more of a label decision, I think.
Was that when Magic decided to go on his own?
Yes, he wanted to do Magic City.
Yeah.
Me, Dos, and Angelina decided to say, you know what, man, let's get together, let's work on something. We kept fighting for the NB Rider name. We were like, man, let's just try to keep it NB Riders. And John had this vision of saying, no, I think it's something new, New Riders. And
wait, why didn't Magic bounce from Upstairs? Where's that story? Because y'all was doing good on Upstairs from what I see.
Okay.
And then Magic's the one that leaves?
Why we broke up.
Okay.
It goes back to still NB Riders. We can make a movie out of this. It's pretty dope.
You should.
We can make a movie out of it. And I told him, you know what? And I told my manager, you know what? When I come ODMs, I don't want to talk about this guy, man. I think we're giving him too much love.
But we're talking about the story, my brother.
No, but people need to hear your side, regardless. You can sweep it under the rug all you want, Dos, but you know what? It happened, and people are gonna feel your genuineness, and I mean that genuinely.
Definitely.
I am, because I'm one of those people that were on the outside too, seeing what happened.
Yeah.
And no disrespect, but
So let's get to the NB Riders. Right, so we won't carry that the whole thing long. NBRidaz.com. Soulfly, Pretty Girl, Runaway. Everything was in there.
We're already at this point.
At the peak, we're here.
Right.
We're at Power. We're visiting you and
sure. Yeah.
Big
and all that.
Yeah.
Now, Pitbull and NB Riders are gonna get launched.
Right.
Which one is it gonna be? We're sitting at the table in Houston, Magic, everybody, and Magic always said, "Hey," and that was gonna be a big payday for everybody. And at the time,
the payday was up to like 600,000.
Magic always said, "Hey, if you guys ever want to make more money, well, you should produce more. You should, put more into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we always
There's
ask
more money in that. Yeah.
Because before the arguments ever happened, we would always ask the questions like, why do you make more? Why are you making more on the shows than us?
Okay,
we're all together.
Here's where I can relate, because DWTX, Bobby and I went through the same thing. And Cliff, we had him on the show, was our former manager, Cliff Ritchie, right? Founder of Lighter Shade,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. And Bobby would always go to him and say, how come O's making more when we should be equal? Well, O was producing.
Okay.
So I see where Magic was coming from in terms of that.
Yeah.
So the percentages are broken down different.
So we always honored that when
Yeah.
we would always turn in the record,
Right.
and he would get his 50%, and
Right.
and we would split the 25-25.
Okay.
But this album and this album and this upfront money wasn't. This was for a new album that hadn't even been recorded yet, hadn't even been thought of yet.
The advance
This
money.
is the advance money.
Got it.
But
So-
but we being that he said that yeah, you do get more money, but we're on stage, we're all doing the same thing, we're all performing together.
Right.
So I don't feel
Show money's
you should
different,
make
though.
more money than me.
Show money's different.
Yeah.
So we fought for
Yeah.
we fought
Mechanicals are one thing.
Yeah.
But
But we're on stage?
stage then. Shows are different.
Yeah.
So
that's
that's
the
the
thing we
one
fought.
thing.
We didn't find nothing else.
No.
And merch, he had to take care of that. We would, hey, can we put? Hey, we put in. Let's all go through.
Oh,
ways.
Magic was a king of merchandise, man.
Yeah.
Still is.
Yeah, he
Still
killed it.
is.
$100 hoodies.
How can we get it?
$60.
Well, he was like,
Damn,
well, you should
Magic.
put in. And well, hey, here, boom.
Well, and a lot of things, because I was the one who was really verbal. I was the one always asking the questions, why this, and then he was like, well, you guys don't pay for the studio time. I pay for the studio time. Okay, now we're starting to make more money. Okay, well, here's some money for the studio time now. Here's this.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own studio. I'm producing more. Those has got access to
I
the
mean,
studio.
understand. I'm gonna be real. I really didn't care. I knew my place. I really never wanted to do a solo album. I like what I was doing. I was happy with what I was doing.
Right.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
asking those questions was like, how do we make more money when it comes to the to the album? Well, you need to produce more. You need to put more money, more effort into the songs. Okay, cool.
Right.
So we started to. Now at that meeting, they have pretty much have the checkbook open, ready to sign it. It's just between the agreement between us three, and the agreement is 50%, 25-25. But at this moment, I feel like I don't think it should be that. We've been together more than 10 years. We haven't produced the album yet, guys. So let's just split this one 3 ways. Just this one. And when I asked the question, hey, that's when Magic got off the table and left and said, fuck you guys, I'm done with it.
No, for the first time, brother, I never seen him like that. When I saw him, the way he looked, bro, it was like evil. It was kind of tripped out. Like something, no, you're not gonna take my money away. This is my money. It's like you're in a movie. And he got so upset that I didn't want to be around him either.
Right.
Because he thought I was gonna follow him, because I was like, let's go, man, whatever.
Because he was like, fuck you, Zig, you produce the next album, I'm done with this shit. And then he walked right behind Los, grabbed Los by the shoulder, like, come on, dog. And Los just looked up at him like, you're crazy, homie. I'm not, what the fuck's wrong with you? And then he left, got off of the table, went outside, and John Lopez got out of the table, left right after him. And at this time, myself, I was upset. I was like, yo, man, like, why would you just leave us like that, bro? Like, fuck you guys? Like, wow. Is that how you've been feeling the whole time?
After you said, hey, well, why don't you guys produce more? And that's all I said. He goes, hey, bro, you told me that. And it was just courteous like that. You said that we produce more. We could get a little bit more, whatever. He didn't like that. He said, I'm doing it. I want to do it my own way, da-da-da. But after he got up and he left, he still went outside. John went after him. And, John told me himself, he goes, Dos. He still went out there like he was really mad. He goes, well, why don't we do a deal? Right there.
You can keep
us.
the guys.
You can keep the guys and me and you make another deal. So see stuff like that.
That's
No,
why
but
we're
watch
solo.
this though. Watch this, ODM, and this is probably my first time ever talking about this day. That day, yes, I have regret. I have regret that I opened my mouth up but at the same time, there's that part of me that says, I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you said it. But that fucked up everything, my dog. Just me asking for my part. I just want my part, not yours. I don't want any of his. I just want mine. I want my 33.333%.
Right.
That's all I want. Nothing else. I didn't think about my brother when I opened up my mouth. He lost out 200,000. I lost out 200,000. At the end of the day, who really won, bro? That's the whole point that I sit back and think, dang, man, I fucked up opening my mouth.
And that's what broke up.
I don't think you
But that-
fucked up open your mouth. A closed mouth don't get fed, for one. Number two, you guys got history together. You guys come so far. As you mentioned earlier, this was your, third project together already, at least.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
But for me, this was going to be my life-changing money. Because before, I would always get I wasn't getting too much.
Right.
But this was finally the first time I'm gonna change my life. My brother had already got a cool little bit amount of money.
Right.
So did Magic, and I started seeing their lives change. My brother bought a house, and I'm like, oh shit, man, that's dope.
This is when he went with Magic on your own.
Yes.
Right, got it.
And I started watching it little by little, and I said, oh, this is finally my chance. I'm gonna get my piece of the pie.
Right.
And when it didn't happen, man, and for a lot of years I was just mad because I didn't get mine. That's where I'm saying that I feel bad for, because I never did think about Los at that time. I mean, I did because I was trying to get us all the same amount. But at the end of the day, me opening up my mouth stopped my brother from eating, stopped my brother from getting his money. And I always sat back and said, what if I didn't say anything? I would have came home with money. I would have still been under this umbrella that maybe I didn't really care for, but at least I was taken care of. Because I didn't see the future. I didn't see that we were going to get back up, that we were going to go through all this,
right.
and all this, especially with the New Riders thing.
Right.
To me, the New Riders thing was a great idea.
It was dope because when John spoke to me, he goes, hey, you think you guys can do it? He goes, I believe in you guys. I go, yeah, because I felt like, and I never got into the production or do the writing or the hooks or whatever. I go, now I got something to prove. I go, yeah, we could do this.
Yeah.
And we did. That's when we did Special Girl. That went 24 on the charts.
Yes.
So that was, to me, a big accomplishment. I go, heck yeah.
Which one?
Special
Girl.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that was us, Angelina, and this guy. And we did a dope album. And when we started talking to Magic, it was those. That was a good album, bro. Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Because
can you say, aside of all the the business side of shit like that, I mean, obviously this man he had to instill something in you where you learned something that was something great, you know, that you could take some creativity, I mean, you know.
I don't want to talk bad about that.
You don't want to. Let me tell you something. With these guys, I have my own relationship with these guys.
Right.
I was always the one that you talk shit to me. That's why they'll never tell me nothing. Leave those alone. And I love Magic, man. And I think that's why it hurts me now when I see him doing all these podcasts. As much as I had his back, bro, and walk with him and go through this journey of us both being broke, of us sleeping in the trucks, and you're bad-mouthing me. It's like you're bad-mouthing my kids, man.
Right.
And you took advantage of my son's death to say that, oh, Dos is done. He ain't gonna do it no more. He took advantage of that. He took advantage of me. He didn't let me mourn.
Instead of reaching out to you and, hey, man, how you doing, homie?
Let me tell you something that's gonna be really ugly, bro.
Yeah.
The day my son passed away, and like I said, once again, look in the camera, not lying. Hey, we feed everybody at the dinner or whatever. He goes, hey, what's everybody doing? Oh, they're just giving money for my son's bills or whatever. He needs to be paid. He went like this. Oh, really? Here. And I was like, that's your godson, bro.
Oh, Magic is your son's godson?
Yeah.
That's how close they were.
How are you just going to throw the money on the table to me like that? To me, that was a slap in the face. Maybe it did not feel like that to him because he doesn't have a daughter or somebody that passed away. But you just like slapped me in the face, man. My son that will go on stage and rock shows, and when he rapped on and he recorded, he'll do it in one shot. Where when his son went on stage, he got paid $10,000. My son couldn't even get $20 from him. Say me, you did a great job up there. That's fucked up. That's what fucks with me. And you still go on to all these podcasts and disrespect my family? Nah. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm disrespecting, because whatever I got to say, I'm going to say it to your face. And he knows that. I'm that type of dude. I always told these guys, we could fuck around, say whatever we want, talk about my kids or my family.
Right.
Or disrespect them. And he did that now. Because he thought that these cats right here, because you know what, he would even tell us, hey, you know what? Oh, you guys are fat, you guys don't look good, da-da. Like, he really tried to discourage us, bro. So we wouldn't come back. That's how far he would go. But for you to be doing that and going around because he wouldn't think that was going to come back to ODM's podcast. He never thought we were going to be right behind at Tony.
I think where the animosity really comes from, my brother, is the fact that when we
Give my dollar back.
When we did the reunions, because we all got back together. I don't know if you saw that. We all got back
Yeah, I
together.
saw
the
for a
reunion,
split
huh?
second.
And that's another slap in the face.
See, and that's the part where we literally thought, okay, this is where we're gonna get to fix everything. We've learned, we've lived, we've gone through everything, we've humbled ourselves. Now maybe this is where we're all gonna finally get the piece of the pie that we need.
Yeah, this one go round.
Because now we understand the business. Like, hey, homie, if you put more money in, you're gonna get the return. That's just how it works. If you're throwing the shows, yes, of course, you pay us what we're asking, and you get paid the rest. I'm not mad at that. Now I understand the business, so I can't be mad at you.
Right.
So now we're doing the reunions, and the way it was set up was this. You know, a lot of people don't want me to do this. My wife doesn't want me to do this. My kids don't want me to do this.
Already starting like negative.
Yeah, but that's something, bro. I always got along with your wife, with your kids. They're beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And really,
you
it was
bring
me.
them up.
It was me. I know.
And it was him. It was.
So
now we're doing this.
So at the end, we're doing the reunions, and we're doing them, and it was told to us, we'll try 2 of them. We'll try El Paso and we'll try Tucson. If these 2 do good, we'll think of doing a few others.
Oh, you probably smashed in those cities.
So those 2 cities did great, and then here comes the Pot of Gold. That one had Ozuna, that had Ice Cube.
20 artists. Yeah, I got
all those artists. So we get added on as the NB RIDAZ reunion. So now the news and the newspapers in on it now. Oh, these guys are back. These guys are back. So now the feeling of we're back together is starting to form this certain, like me and my brother always have this bond. So we're always going to be cool. But between me and Marco, and I'm not sure how those felt, but as for me and Marco, I started feeling like, you know what, bro, all the things that I used to think and all the things that we used to have, bygones, bro. We're here now.
Right.
Let's do
this.
Yeah, let's do this.
Come on.
So we kept going on, doing more shows, getting paid the same amount. And now here comes the rumors. Hey, dog, you know, I'm hearing this. I'm like, you know what? I don't want nothing to mess this up. I just want to keep what we got going. Because now we're feeding our families finally. We're really feeding our families, even if we have to take a little bit of a hit.
Yeah.
And the way we had to take our hit was we used to do the meet and greets. Now, during the meet and greets, we didn't have NB Rider merch. It was all MC Magic merch. So here we are at a meet and greet for NB Riders, signing posters that are just of him.
You guys didn't have a chance to make your own merch?
No, and I brought it up. The thing is, I go, hey, bro, let's do some merch. Well, let's see how it goes in the shows. So he goes, but he would pay us to go out there.
To go to the meet and greet?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, how good does it feel when you're right there and you're signing his face to everybody while everybody's asking you, hey,
Hey, where's your stuff?
I got to sign Moon shit all the time when I run out of lighter shade of brown stuff.
And they're asking you, hey, where's your guys' stuff? And he's listening because they're asking him. He's just like, he ignores it. And we're here just signing his face. Everything else is MC Mag. I'm like, yeah, it's a slap in the face too, man.
So during this time, I started feeling like Zig started feeling like, oh man, this is starting to get clicking again. I love this feeling, and I started feeling like my brother cares about me again. Like he's not looking at me as a op anymore. He's looking at me like this is my little brother again. This is Zig. And I remember one evening right before a show, you know, my mom had passed away maybe a year before that. And
sorry, bro.
No, it's all good, my dog. But I just remember having this moment and crying backstage, just having that memory of my mom's. And I remember my boys also sitting there with me and we were talking, and but then Magic came behind me and he gave me this hug. And for the first fucking time, and I think that all the time that I knew him, I felt like he cared about me, like he did care about me. So during that time, I was like, man, you know what, bro? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should have learned more from this man. Maybe I should have understood something different. Maybe I just had too many questions that he couldn't answer. Whatever. I just started reflecting on maybe I was the one. And then I got a phone call around the summertime. It was an unknown number, and it told me, make sure you check on the trademark, the NB Rider trademark.
You got a phone call?
Yes.
From?
I don't know. It was just a person.
But it was somebody in his camp also.
Somebody. I got a feeling who it was.
I know
Somebody
it
in
is,
Magic's
but-
camp. Okay.
But I'm not gonna say the name on that one.
Okay.
But
So basically told us to look out for the trademark. And at that time I was like, okay, like, oh man, not again. So then we ended up looking into it, and we ended up finding out that Marco wanted to copyright and trademark the name by himself. Outskiing me and dos. Basically, we would have to pay for his to use the name. We wouldn't be allowed to perform any of the music anymore.
Oh, so this is the reason why he wanted to do the reunion tour?
Yes.
there you go.
So it was never a real, let me put these boys on again. It's more like, let me use these boys to get on again, like he did all the whole rest of our career. And that's the part that made me really look at it all and say, dang, homie, you had a chance. And I'm looking in the camera. You had a chance to make it all up to us. And all you did was just really stab us more in the back by doing that. And just crediting us, pretty much trying to steal our career away from us. Because if he would have won the name, there would be no Dos and no more Zigzag. I mean, there'd probably be us, but no more NB Riders.
What I always wondered was, without even knowing if he owned the name or not, is if it didn't work and he was always accusing you guys of not being ready, you know, fit-wise or whatever it is, you know, put on some weight, oh, you guys ain't ready, but why wouldn't he just go get another Dos and Zigzag underneath that name?
No, it won't be the same. He's tried.
You would
He's
think.
He's tried in his own way.
Has he? Oh, he did?
Groups, sign other groups, and try to, but there's only going to be one other shit of Brown Brothers.
Right.
There's only going to be one NB Riders, bottom line.
Right.
You know? And especially if it's not broken, why try to fix something that's classic or, you know what I'm saying? And even at that time, even the pay, bro, we forgot that the amount was huge. And we're only getting in the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
It was big, and some of the shows he just was keeping the money, bro. And the amount was up there, and it was up there, and
then you find out about certain things. It's like kind of when you break up with your girl, and then you find out she was cheating on you the whole damn time.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of how it is. That's how it felt, man. It's like, dang, like the whole time, bro.
Okay? This is a big question, and you know, I'm thinking maybe. Do you think maybe some of this could have been avoided if numbers were discussed up front?
Oh, always.
If you had, rather than it happen, and then you come later and say, well, you know, how come I didn't do this or get this? Okay, sorry, you know, my bad, you know, and we'll move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Did that during the reunion. That's when we knew
because you figured you'd know by now after the previous.
You know, brother, everything else had to be his way. So I think from the beginning, he always wanted to be a solo artist.
Yeah,
that's
was understandable.
It's just with now it's working.
Yeah, well, you're doing well.
You know what I'm saying? And much props.
$1 million Mexican.
Yeah. You know, and but now it's like you can't discredit us, man. We helped you where
it's
you're
kind of
at.
like, you know what, man? All I really want out of that is just to be added to the story that we were part of it too. Not that you did everything and you gave us all.
I think that's what's really discrediting and hurt. It probably hurts more, like you said, that your own family watches him. I mean, I haven't seen any of the podcasts you're talking about, but that's happened today, right? That's happening.
And I always tell people, you know what? He's a great father. He's good to his kids. I love his family, right? Nothing against them, but he is so disrespectful, man. Don't do that. If that was the case, just say, you know what? It didn't work out. I went my own way, and but they did. You know, they had a part to do with the NB Riders. We could all move on. It's all good. No. All right. And now he goes around and that he's Beyonce and we're Destiny's Child and he's Sasha Fierce and we're, I mean, it's like stuff like that. It's not.
It's funny because we hear
these.
We hear it out of the person's mouth and we're just like, wow, bro, is that how you thought of us? But it's cool.
But I said that God blesses a lot of people,
right?
But so does the devil.
Absolutely.
Watch your words because oh man, the Lord, don't use the Lord a lot because. I don't think so. What's going on with you in the way you're lying and you're using the Lord too?
Yeah.
It's going to come back at you, bro.
Your actions.
But I'll tell you like this, ODM. Yeah. If we would have never met him, we would never be where we're at.
Yeah.
And if he would have never met us, he would never be where he's at. And
Absolutely.
I think that's just all. That's really what it comes down to. I'm not mad at him. I'm not hurt with him. I think if anything, all I can do is just detach from him. and just, you know, you're in your own universe, bro. I'm in mine.
Let me ask you this: if he called you tomorrow to go back on tour, would you?
No.
Only because if I have to ask, and I have to, if I have to question where the money's coming from, or question even about money, I don't think that's of God. I think God wants me to have what I want, you know, what I deserve, and that right there. If I even have to ask a question of, nah.
What if it's not about money? What if it's, hey man, I need you guys on this show. Look, we're gonna do 3 shows. This is what you're getting paid up front.
It's not about money.
No.
It's not. You're past that then.
I'm past that. Like I said, I love the dude.
Yeah.
I forgave him for what he feels he hasn't done to us. I forgave him, but I'm not gonna forget no more. And just like I say, we'll stay in our lane.
Yeah.
Just stay in yours, and we'll be happy.
I could relate, and you know, in closing, you know, when I met our manager, Cliff Ritchie, going back to him, and I always use that scenario. I learned everything with him, you know, just how to write bars and this and that, all about the industry, including how to get fucked. You know what I'm saying? The wrong way, you know. And if you know, you know. But we learned this. Fast forwarding though, bro, like I just had him on the show. And I'm just like you guys. I'm a forgiving dude. You know, I don't hold grudges. Yeah. You know, whatever. What we did in the past, whether you're a changed man or not, doesn't matter to me. I'm a changed man. That's what matters to me.
Yes.
So I know better. And I know what to look out for now. Yeah. So if you got an idea now, which he does, he's a great creator. That's just what he does. Yeah. Comes up with concepts. He concepted the whole Brown and Proud album.
Wow.
Dude. Well, I'm like, you know, I'm telling this one, well, what you got for us? And he's like, okay, here's what I got, you know, because he's all excited now. He's like, I got this, I got this, I got this. I'm like, that's lighter shade of brown right there. That's what we're missing. But this time around, though, it's going to be different.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I want to give to you guys. If you guys haven't, you know, share with you guys if you haven't figured it out already, which I think you have, because obviously, you know, you are with the new single and album right now is take that energy and just put it and invest into yourself now. Because if you haven't learned by now, bro, you're never going to learn, dog. Yeah. And, you know, I commend you guys, man, for going through that shit. So whatever it is. Now, there's 2 sides to every story. I will say that.
Of course.
And eventually maybe we get MC Magic up here, you know, on the platform. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I'm an outsider. I see you guys, you know, back then, bro, and I was always curious too how that went down.
Well, I think it a lot of it too is, I mean, I can blame myself for certain things because, first of all, being naive and not understanding the business, you know, learning early on to now, I look back at the mistakes I made, and I can't say I was always perfect. I mean, and not say that I have any malice towards the man because I had love for him. I had love for the dude. I think what you're hearing out of our mouths and on the Tony A interview is just hurt, bro. It's like a hurt, like dang, big bro, like I can't believe you talk like that about us. I can't believe you. There's certain things like now, like these stories that we tell. I don't want to just always put a bad light on the dude. Like the dude helped me out at a time when I really needed it. I remember one time I got into it with these dudes. You know, I'm not going to tell you what I was doing, but I was doing some shit that I shouldn't have been doing, and I got caught up, and I needed a bail out. Right. And homie was there for me. So it's not like he was never a real person to us. Like there was that side of him. I just think over the years, it's like it never got better. It just seemed like he forgot more of us. Yeah. Especially me. Like when I was vocal about the things that happened with the group. At one time I was by myself saying this thing. So when I was by myself saying this, a lot of people were like, Zig's just crying, or he's just jealous, or he's this or he's that. But when you got 2 people that were in the same group telling the same thing.
Now it's funny that you're saying that because we're at the Tony V's and I was reading some of the comments, and one person goes, it looks like you guys rehearsed it before you guys went on. It's not that we rehearsed it because we lived it.
We lived it.
That's just that simple.
Yeah.
And I don't win nothing out of lying or making something up. I'm not here to destroy him or belittle him. I'm just putting my story, letting them know is, why'd you do that to us? You
well, because there's never been one time where we've ever taken from his plate, brother. Like literally saying, hey, look, we're going to stop you from eating, or we're going to stop you from doing a show, or we're going to stop you from getting a radio program, or we're going to stop you from your song getting on radio. Now, can I say that he's done that to us? Yes. So that's the part that I'm trying to wrap my head around.
Yeah, I don't get down like that. I don't understand that. And I think everything you're saying, like that. Yeah, you have everything that's coming to you, man, and it should be like that.
Stuff, ODM, that's happening like that. Some of the things that are happening, like calling venues and saying that we can't do this or we can't do that. Who does that? But I think there's some of those things that are happening. He doesn't know about it. That's all I'm saying.
He doesn't know about the.
It might be his management.
I don't know.
Oh, he's saying he doesn't know about those calls to the promoters
I feel
cutting you guys
I
off?
don't feel that his heart is that dark to do that. I just feel some of those things he doesn't know.
Here's the thing, man, and here's why I can relate to that. I was going to finish with my thought is like when DWTX went on the road for however many years, I was in radio. I could have picked up the phone. I could have called these promoters, like whoever was calling, and said, hey, you can't use lighter shade of brown. You're getting half the group. You know what I'm saying? It should be this, DWTX, a lighter shade. You better make it. And I'm like, you know what? But I didn't trip. I said, little homie, get your money. That's represent us the right way.
Yeah.
But get your money.
There it is.
And because I chose to go a different route. I at that time I wanted to get into radio, so that's where I started my career.
He was killing it too. I remember.
So yeah, I mean, I'm doing my, and he's he has the name and he's going with it and he's performing. He took X, Y, and Z on the road with him, whatever. But not once did I say, hey man. Now if he's recording an album,
that's different.
It's different. You're putting lighter shade of brown, which I see a couple songs, whatever. Didn't really do too much, but to really bark, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like,
and you know what's cool?
But that's the point. That's the fact that I'm saying. Like
what was dope about even us, bro. Even last year, throughout our shows, we would even stop our show, just say, "Hey, MC Magic was gonna be here next week or whatever. Go show up to his show, show him love."
Yeah,
we were like,
especially after
flowers, bro.
We have to give our flowers, bro, because we know that the fans at the end they don't want to see us fighting, and that's why that's a lot of the reason why
fans
we don't want to talk about it like this.
Yeah.
But in a sense, we have to, because I want to teach these youngsters, it didn't come easy to us, bro. We had to earn our spot. We had to go up levels. We had to learn. We had to get fucked in order to learn what to get fucked was like. And so that my artist, his artist, any artist that we ever fuck with will never get fucked, because we already learned that.
Right. You know what it's like.
Yeah. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna teach what they should have taught me instead of going circles around artists. Because now the game that I got, I could run circles around artists and just make money all day by myself. But why would I do that? What's gonna get? They ain't gonna take me anywhere. I'd rather put on people and watch them feed their families and watch these youngsters change their lives from being a gangster to being a successful artist or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's my dream.
Well, I'm happy you guys are, man, still doing your thing. And I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole, MC Magic thing, but it is part of your story. Yeah. It's a lot of your story to where you got to today. And
I think that, man, for a lot of things that I learned, the good and the bad, at the end of the day, it's really up to us if we want to continue to go down that road and get the same results. And me and Dos decided to, you know what, we're here together. We're just going to keep it rocking and rolling. The fans, if they like it, thank you. If they don't, we're sorry, but we just got to keep continuing on. After the fact that we've already tried to put our hand out and say, hey, we forgave you.
Yeah.
We have.
That's all you can do.
After that, you can't do nothing.
Hey, man, but there's one NB Riders, man. They're sitting right in front of me right now. And y'all doing your thing. And I'm glad you're legal now.
Official. Yes.
Official. You can use it and go use it, bro, because you guys put all that work in as well. Blood, sweat, and tears.
We just want to tell everybody, man, we got a new single out.
Yes.
It's called Feel Another Way.
Hey.
NB Riders will be on tour this year. We got our own tour this year coming up in March.
Only in time for one night tour, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, tonight they're going to be in Pomona. Want to put that flyer up? OG.
That's right.
Yeah,
yes.
Man. Check them out. Come on
Shout
through
out
Peach
to
Out.
our management, Rocks. Shout out to Thomas Beck. Those are the ones that really helped us get this name trademarked. And thank you guys for this. This is something that we can feed our families for a while, man.
Glass
NB Riders record coming soon.
Lil Black.
Hello. Let's go. Remix. Lil Blackie playing tonight?
Shit, Lil Blackie.
Hey, Lil Blackie's just bro. He like your manager or something. Like he be like,
He just
dude,
be
he
popping up out of there.
hey, check this out. So this is what, man. NB RIDAZ gonna be here. I need the flyer because like he's been on it, dog.
That's what's up,
I'm
man.
like, yo, he's really looking out. Shout out to Little Blackie right there,
Yeah,
man.
put you on the NB RIDAZ tour.
Stop playing that. Well, we're playing in Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the
but
tour?
on our tour, actually, our tour starts in March.
You were saying something about a tour.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
No,
dog.
it's,
I got mouths to feed too.
It's
Shit.
time.
no mames.
Hold on, Glass House tonight. I don't want to forget about it. Put it back up, por favor. The Glass House in Pomona. Doors open.
I think 7, yeah, doors.
Yeah, 7 p.m. right there, and yeah, you got a couple hours, so you know, get your fit on, get on out
Finna
there,
get back to Pomona.
put your eyelashes on, girl. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Do
it.
them eyebrows, you know.
Daisy
Do what you
Dukers.
gotta do, and come ride with the NB Riders. You know what I'm saying? Little Blackie. That's it, man. We appreciate you guys. Shout outs to Danny LBC too,
Yes.
man. That's the homie right there.
Yes, thank you.
Danny.
Man, shout out to you, brother. Your platform that you're giving everybody, the energy you've always given to the game. Thank you, ODM, man. Thank you for always, loving the riders the way you do, brother. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Thank you. All love, brother. Zigzag Dose. Money Moons. Hey, Crystal, come here, Crystal. They've been asking for Crystal all day. Come here, Crystal.
Get the NB RIDAZ out of there. Where's Crystal at?
We had to give Crystal seat up for you guys, man. I feel bad, man. Crystal up in here.
It's all good.
Yeah, say what's up, girl.
Here we go. Which camera am I looking at?
Right there, this one right here. Crystal, she just came on board on Monday.
That's what's up.
Congratulations.
Hey, thank you, man. I've been here the whole time. Y'all just listened to the interview, so much love to everyone tuned in. I've been following the chat.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up.
Crystal putting it down. Shout outs to Danny Boy, too, hitting the switches over there. Tortanator. Where's your mic at, vato? Yeah. Yeah, we're still trying to upgrade around with more mics and more cameras, as you can see. But we'll definitely get there. Once we do an NB Riders tour.
Torta and just walk away. The background. Tortanator time. Brought to you by Tortanator and just walk around the stick like that.
Dang.
Hey, man, if you found value in this, please share it. Give us some love, man. Like, share it to the homies, you know what I mean? And, yeah, we'll catch you guys back on Monday. It's at the Blackout Podcast on social media.
Yes, sir. 7 p.m. Monday. The homie Sav Did It gonna be in the building.
Sav did it. What up, bro?
Hey.
NB Riders, go check them out tonight. Peace.
Chill.